or maybe it's 111. Or if you give it another 35 seconds or so, it'll be 1212. So basically, it's a line no matter where you're at, right? Okay, so let's hit the 30-second ad play, and then we'll get to our own 3 minutes. And then we will catch up on what we have missed. It feels like it's been so long. And it must be only 2 days, maybe three, depending on if I started before midnight, right? I don't even remember the last stream I had. It's been a couple days though. I know that. So as you probably already know, I'm not really doing tarot on stream. We've been reading Be Here Now, which is actually getting really good. We finally got through the intro, and it's like we can read so many pages in a night. They're very visually appealing, very interesting, much more, how to say, attuned. Hey, what up, Dom? I think I got my voice back. 12:12 on the clock. Yes. It doesn't sound like I sound like a croaking frog right now, but I was singing today and I was like, thank fuck. I literally thought I was gone forever. I was like, what did I do? I know exactly when I did. I'm not gonna tell you right here on right now. I know what I did. I know what I did. And I lost my voice. But it's back. So tomorrow, today, back in the studio. This is the studio. Just wait for my roommate to leave for it to be in the studio. You know what I mean? So I'm not, you know, disturbing everybody else's peace. So, um, how's it going? How are you? I gotta roll the ads. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. And by everybody, I mean both of you. How's it going? Chi-Town, you're back. You were here one time not long ago. I do recall you came with a few others, perhaps coincidentally. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. I got this blanket from my TripAdvisor. She's a 7-year-old girl I met in a Salvation Army one time, but she knew me. She was like, "You should get this blanket." And I was like, "No, it's 75 degrees outside. Why would I need this blanket?" That you need it so you can think of me every time you use it. And I'm like, why the fuck do I need to think of a random 7-year-old I met one time? Salvation Army, ever again. But here we are. The blanket came in handy, and I thought, thank you to my TripAdvisor for knowing me well enough to understand that sometimes you really do just need a fuzzy blanket. Now is not one of those times. It was overheating because it's now like 85 degrees. And I'm like, why do I have sheds balls of fur as well? Pretty awful. It's like a duvet cover. And she just really, I don't know, she knew somehow what she was talking about. So, anyways, hello, everybody. Voice is coming back in. A lot has gone on. I can't remember really the last stream we did. It was 2 or 3 days ago. It's more like 3 days ago. And I don't know if that was because we started it before midnight. It was 2 days ago, or if it really has been 3 days. I know we were reading Be Here Now when we last spoke, but I do not remember what we talked about, other than I'm not really doing readings at this time on stream. I do have some personal readings to catch up on tomorrow. So if you want a personal reading, now's a really good time to book them. And because I'm doing them tomorrow, you will have about a 24-hour turnaround at this point in the day. So you can go to my website and click on the Mystico tab, and you can see all the decks that are available, but I haven't got the descriptions to work yet for some reason. And you can book a personal reading, and you will get it back within the next 24 hours. Kind of a rare thing. I don't always get them done so quickly. I like to wait until the messages are there. So I have a few to catch up on. So it's a good time to get in. So I got really tired. Out here is very tired. Number 3. Very, very tired. You should go to sleep. I don't know if you think you can't sleep. You came on Twitch. I don't know if you came to watch me. Very, very, very sleepy. You should go to bed. You should go to sleep. Oh. Hi. How are you? Are you tired? How's it going? Dressed like Sookie Stackhouse today. She's a stack. Well, thank you. It has been a week. Dude, I fucking hate when that happens, bro. You were probably seeing somebody. Let's do a personal reading about that. Okay, Dom, I owe you. No problem, just money, right? Dom, I owe you. And I think instead of asking you, do you want to channel this? Do you want to talk to that? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Maybe I ought to just go on there and do what I do for people sometimes, where I don't use a deck at all. I just tell you stuff that comes up. I'm going to do that for you, okay? I kept debating, are we doing the Halloween oracle or are we doing the mystery deck? We can do both. Let's do neither. You don't even like tarot. Tomorrow, you're one of the... Hi! I feel like you're hardly ever on here anymore, Dink. What's going on? Not that it's... I mean, you have a life to live, for sure. I'm hardly on here anymore. You say that, they'll come up, I'm sure. They'll come up, I'm sure. But Yeah, no, I kind of feel you. I've been having some weird dreams lately too, and there's been a few that I don't want to wake up from. There's been a couple where I'm like, oh, that dream felt like my life. Oh, fuck, it's not this day or that day, right? Like I've been having good dreams. And then there's somewhere it's like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. And then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, it didn't happen. I can't believe it didn't happen. Oh my goodness. Pisces? I only have half the zodiac of these. Ooh, running low on Pisces. It smells pretty good, but not as good as some of the other ones that I have. But for Dink, we'll light a Pisces like that. Thank you, Blake. Very sweet. Um, love it. It's probably because I wasn't streaming, right? So you were like, damn, when is she streaming again? And here's your answer randomly. I know I was on a schedule before, but now I am even more so a free man. And just do whatever all the time. I was going to stream the past couple nights. I decided not to. Oh, so now that we're just like kind of getting acquainted, there's a handful of people here. Hi, everybody. Lurkers and chatters alike. Um, but something, part of the reason that I did want to stream was yeah, I took some time off. I took a couple days where I really didn't do anything. Okay, let me just, all right, one thing at a time. We're gonna get in deep right now because I have a lot to say. I have a surprising amount to say, is what I will say. Because what's been going on, it was Memorial Day weekend here in America. And a lot of people like get a 4-day weekend, they get Friday and Monday off. If, they're 9 to 5ers. A lot of places are closed Mondays so that their employees can have it off. It is what it is. So, Memorial Day weekend. Past couple days, I did a few things here and there, like went to the store, cleaned up, did some laundry, did some dishes, whatever. But I didn't really like do anything. Like I went out. Don't get me wrong, went out a little bit, went and got my this and that. But I didn't do any work. And for me, someone who, well, 2 days ago, I think I did do a personal reading and a few other things, some writing, whatever. But for me to go like a couple of days without doing any work is like, well, relatively normal. Most people with jobs get 2 to 3 days, if not more, days off a week. So for me, just because I own a business or I want this to be my business, doesn't mean that I just don't deserve days off, right? But it's still very hard because it's like, well, I enjoy what I do. And I like what I do. And if I don't do it, no one does it. It's not like when you don't go to work one day and somebody else, one of your coworkers, has to do what you would have done had you been there. I don't have that. I don't have that. If I don't do it, it ain't getting done. So it's really hard for me to convince myself to just completely take days off and to not stress or pressure myself into doing things like readings, writings, reading, writing. But I did it the past couple days. I did it. I did it. I did take some days off. I did do very little the past couple days that I did not stream, which is ultimately why I decided not to stream because I thought, well, I'm not doing anything. If I stream, that will stress me out. I was tired too. I was tired. I don't know. But I'm back. And while I was gone, there was plenty of things I wanted to talk about and wanted to stream. Hi, babes. I feel like you lurk most of the time, so I appreciate when you let us know it's you. And then if you need to be quiet, it's okay. It doesn't feel weird anymore. Thank you, Raul. Thank you. And yes, I'm very dedicated to my work. I'm very dedicated to my work. I very much believe in what I do. And I find that if I take time off or days off, I stop. believing it. I forget I do it at all. It's bad. It's like object impermanence, I think, to some degree, where if I'm not working on my writing, if I'm not working on my song, if I'm not working on the job I want, if I'm not working on tarot readings, I start to think, what the fuck do I do? What do I do with my life? What am I usually doing with my time? What are my goals here? What am I getting at here? What am I doing? And it's like, you have a pretty good idea of that. It's pretty thorough, pretty regular, pretty much very immersed in it all the time. Taking a day or two off should not derail everything that you do to the extent that it does for me. And I know that, which is part of the reason why I'm almost constantly working on something, and another part of why some of my projects don't necessarily get completely finished, right? Is because it's like this perpetual work and play forces a stop that stops me dead in my tracks, and I have a hard time getting back to what I was doing. Yeah, and it's like I'm a terrible boss in that way where I expect my employee to just work endless hours, endless days, endless, and then have no sympathy for any time off, right? And I ain't trying to be dull. I ain't trying to be dull. But shit, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Thank you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about a lot of things that I wanted to share on the stream, but I couldn't bring myself to stream. I was very tired. I felt like I didn't do anything. I wasn't, I look nice on my days off. I dress like this no matter what I'm doing. Like straight up. When I get dressed, I look like I could be getting ready to stream or go out or whatever. All my clothes are just an eclectic collection of everything I have worn over the last 30 years, right? Well, 20, 15, 20. And I will always put my jewelry on, my necklaces, my bracelets. I like them. I don't always do my makeup. So some days, a little bit, a little slay. Yeah. I know some people. Oh, yeah, I agree. And thank you for the follow, Sentient. Like that name. Oh, Sentinel, right? Yeah, Sentient Sentinel. But right. Um, I am usually dressed, right? But I don't always do my makeup. So that'll determine too. Like today, we went, my roommate and I went out on the town, walked around in the sun a little bit, got more books. Always buying books lately. I live too close to a used bookstore, and the books are so cheap, you know? So, buy too many books, whatever. But I was out today, so I did my makeup hours and hours ago because I thought to myself, I haven't streamed in 2 days. I gotta stream tonight if I'm already ready. I'll get it done faster, start sooner, last longer. Instead of some nights, I'm literally putting my makeup on at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Thank you. I would say, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So I'm glad you brought it up. Is this where this conversation was going? I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how old you think I am, but when I was a teen, there's not much, say, footage. Yeah, right. There's not much to refer back to. I don't think that I had such a deep voice, but I was a teen smoker. Yeah. Okay. I was a teen smoker. I do not smoke now. I smoke weed. I'm packing a bowl currently, but I'm only 31. Relax, everybody. 30s have been way better than 20s, though. It's pretty nuts, actually. My 20s were fun, but I was very rambunctious. And yes, experience. No. Oh, Blake or Alex or whatever your name is. Not to put you on blast like that, but shut Dom. Oh my god, Dom. Don't just tell people that. It's not true. Dom lies a lot. It's like when Dom lies. He's always just throwing out random ages. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I was much more of a mess in my 20s. And it's funny because I don't think that in thank you. I'm not going to sit here and say my life is together. I actually was writing a song about that last summer. Well, it was a cover song, but I changed all the words, right? Never thought that I'd live forever. 'Cause I don't have my shit together. And I was 30. I don't have much. I think it's the way of the holy man is to know that you'll always be taken care of and to never really strive for anything. And it's never been the need to have the things that other people have. What up? Oh my god, I'm getting raided. I just saw Morphean and got all excited. But it's a raid. Oh! Blood Moon. Who the fuck are you? Because my ear clicked so fucking bad when you came on here. You recognize me, don't you? You know who I am. Blood Moon Intuition, huh? Who the fuck is that? That's cute, isn't it? I could hear it as soon as you walked in. I know you were like, wait a second. Yeah, it's probably me. I don't know who that is, but I heard it. Hi. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. It feels like I know you though, yeah? I don't know. Because I've been everywhere. Okay, maybe that's all. Hello. All those follows. Yeah, I'm a bitch. You have to follow me to talk to me. It's like, honestly, I get for gamers it's different, but when it comes to like the tarot and stuff, I am. It just started. It's only been 20 minutes. So thank you. And thank you for the sub. A raid and a sub. That's how you treat a lady. No, come on. I'm barely a lady. So, hey. Um, no, they're not. Thank you. No, it's funny though, because some people I was on like a Twitch Reddit and people like learning. Oh, cool. I don't know what the shout outs are on here. And someone was like, yo, um, you should not have the followers only chat on. And I was like, that seems like bad advice because you're like way more likely to just be recklessly harassed, you know, without just like the quick extra step and the name being right there, right? You have the list. It doesn't matter. We don't need to go into it, but I think it's funny when people critique that. So I'm glad that you all feel the same way. Why? You're gonna raid me. You might as well. Yeah. Well, in my experience, it has been true. That's what I'm saying. It's like everybody's different. I think it's still a lot different on this end and the gaming end because it's like people are like, "Oh, you want chatters no matter what," and it's like I don't. I don't need extra randos fucking interrupting me, and I don't know who they are, and I don't have them quick access right here because, like, if you stream, you saw the back end. I got like a list of people who follow and sub right here, and then I have the chat here, right? So the chat, if somebody's in here chatting up a storm and other people are responding back, but I don't want them in here and they didn't follow me, what? I gotta go run through the chat, try to track them down, or if I make them follow before they chat, it's right there. Boom, you're done. So I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's so nice when I love raids are fun. Raids are fun. Mr. Weird been on here. No, fucking do it. That's literally why I don't raid anymore. Because usually there's no one left at the end of my streams because it's so late and so long. And and then otherwise it's like, yeah, I'm tired by the end, so never feel bad. Thanks for bringing him here. We haven't really gotten started on anything, by the way. We're just talking. I'm packing my bowl. I was doing a light introduction. We're talking about Be Here Now. Gonna get back into it. Not really doing any tarot though, if you're holding up waiting. Although I was considering pulling out a deck tonight, which is funny because I have not been. Yes, I did dye my hair. My roommate did it today. It's just a little bit blonder. It was already pretty blonde, but it was very faded and the roots were coming in. So this is a fresh blonde. We're going platinum for Barbie. Just kidding. I don't know if I'll actually commit to going platinum, especially because right after I'm going to do your presence isn't necessary, but it's also been enjoyable. Don't be so hard on yourself. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, actually. I think it looks great. So yeah, I just wanted to be like super blonde for Barbie. So we'll probably dye it one more time. And if it gets platinum, it gets platinum. If not, it not. You know? Um, super excited though for the Barbie movie. Do you guys ever think about dying? Yeah, actually all the time, Barbie. Barbie! Yeah. Hi, Barbie. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm just like too excited. It's fine. I still think we should rent out a theater. I think we should make the whole thing. I really do. I think we should be mobbing deep at the Barbie movie, but it's not really up to me now, is it? Okay. So, anyways, I got the bowl packed. Still got a nice handful of people here. Welcome. Yeah, that was so fun. I think he's like long gone, but so sweet. I gotta catch one of his streams sometimes. It's like really hard. We talked about that. Hell yeah. It's legal on it's legal for me, it's legal on Twitch. That's their official terms of service. So listen, bitch, I don't even have a car. So you bet I'm pulling up in plastic. Yeah, it's legal here too. Hi. I'll see Mars. That is a cool name, by the way. And you've been here before. Oh, my laptop is dying. That's who? Oh, Mr. Weird. Oh, the real. It's the real. The real. It's the real. I just do my Moribund the Burgermeister voice sometimes. Okay. It's not their first time chat, I don't think. Or they followed before. No, it is their first time chat. Not their first time here though. Well, that was fun. Thanks for actually talking to us this time. Sorry, just kidding. Um, thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Cheers. Got some coffee in here. This gorgeous butterfly mug that is definitely not mine, but I love. Um, yes, let's do it. Okay, here's one thing. I had my scarf on here, and I thought it was just for aesthetic. It was fine, whatever. And it's so hot, I put it away. But now it's just the constant squeaking of this leather chair is driving me fucking nuts, you guys. It's driving me fucking crazy. And like, it's not an issue when I'm not streaming, because if I'm not streaming, I'm not sitting this way, right? I'm just sitting like at my desk like regularly. I think moving it just this much. You guys are cute. Yes, we are. Yeah, it's driving me crazy. It's literally driving me crazy. So hopefully I moved the chair just a little bit enough because sometimes like sounds don't bother me and like I literally um are you talking about mod swords? Morph's a mod. Morph the mod. Um Morphia and the mod. Morphia and the moderator. No, listen. So sometimes sounds are fine. I like noise loop. I literally love like loud sounds, repetitive sounds. But sometimes it hurts, you know? So, anyways, getting back, who's smoking with me? Who's put the rip on me? Okay. Um, cheers if you are. Cheers if you're not. What a good time to cheer the bits. Is when I cheers to you. Thank you for that. Because you're Taurus. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. This was really a nice raid. Got some good people over there on Weird's channel. And like I got good people on mine too. You're one of my only mods, and you're definitely the only one that shows up pretty regularly, which is nothing personal to my other mods. It's not like I'm paying you people. I wish I could. That'd be cool. I'm fucking poor. You guys know that, right? Like I'm poor. I am shouldn't laugh. Why am I laughing so hard at me saying I'm poor? I'm trying to break that mindset anyways. That's that's funny to think like yeah. Right. I used to take payments and hug. Being a holy man is hard. Right. Okay, let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the book. I want to talk about this. I thought about this for days before I said anything. Hi, esoteric Jezza. It's been a long time. Where have you been? Where is this accent coming from? Is it your ancestors or is it who you are? Ah, you've got somebody so there. It's something I don't know, something I don't recognize. It's interesting, huh? Esoteric. You knew someone like Esther. It's funny you say esoteric. The person coming up is not esoteric, not Esther, something like that. Where are you? I'm like, what? That's what we do. Well, it's like late as hell. Where are you? Oh, okay. Cool. So you being awake during the day means you get to catch the stream. Right. Sorry, I forgot. Maybe that's the accent. Was supposed to be Australian. No, I feel like your ancestors maybe were not all Australian, British. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you came on here, oh, you haven't been practicing, Jezza. You so esoteric. They make fun of you because you do not call upon them like you did when you were young. Yeah. Holy shit, that's yeah. They're kind of mad. They're kind of mad. They're a little mad at you. And they wonder, Jessa? Esoteric Jessa. They make fun of you. That's why you stopped talking to them. Because they make fun of you so much. But they make fun of you more when you are not there. When you are not practicing. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. They're tough people because it is tough work. It's, yeah. They're tough people because it is tough work. And it's because you don't do the work, they be tougher. They make you do the work, but you don't have that in you. ah, ka. Ka. Something like that. Mm. And let me put it this way: I haven't been doing tarot. I've always, not always, but lately I've just been doing like psychic messages, matrix seeking download random channel messages. That was the first one all night. That was the first one all night for you, Jessa. I sort of had a podcast for a second. Oh yeah, as soon as they saw, I don't even know your pronouns. I don't know anything about you, Jessa. Now I know you're Australian. I know we talked about it before, but you haven't been here in a while. There certain people, he okay. So as soon as his name popped up, they fucking whoop, we've been looking for you. Been looking for a way to talk to you. But I also did an ancestral reading the other day. It was really good, and I really liked it. And that's why I don't, like I said, I don't really like taking days off because I will get so out of practice so fast, even though it comes with ease to me, and then I'll try to have a normal conversation with people, and I'm like, "God damn it, why in the fuck?" You know? I don't know how to there's no further sentence for that, where I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something to somebody, and they're like, "Why'd you say that? How'd you know that?" And da, da, da. So it never goes away. You can block your guides, you can't block your ancestors, right? There's probably 12 that you need, and I've been getting the number 12 lately, and it's like, fuck 12, and it's like, not that 12. It's like the 12 disciples. Jesus had 12 disciples. Those were his guides. Those are his people. It's like the same idea, but your guides maybe aren't people. You might have 12 people and then 12 above. So thank you. I would like to try podcasting, but I was like, fuck Anchor, fuck Spotify, fuck all of Apple, fuck everything that people listen to podcasts on, right? So I like had a podcast on. I just put it on like SoundCloud, Hot Takes with Hot Cakes, but it had nothing to do with like the tarot stuff. So it didn't really, the people who wanted to hear the podcast didn't want to hear what I would have podcasted about, and that was the stuff that I don't get to talk about anywhere else, not to people and not on stream. And so I just nerd out pop music takes mostly, or just general takes. It wasn't always music, and it started going geared toward music, and then I started making music. Gave up on the podcast. You want to guess? I almost just said it, so you probably heard me, but oh, oh my gosh, y'all, Tarot Tea, so cool. Thirsty Tarot, that's what it is. She just started a live, and I don't want y'all to go because I'm not done. But she just her notification was so close to affiliate. So if you want to go follow her, or if you need to ditch me, she might actually be doing tarot. Um, she's cool. She comes on here a lot. Oh, she's got enough followers, but that's still nice. Look at how nice her page looks. So much better than mine. She's not even affiliated yet. I don't have all that. I'm jealous. I don't even get how people fucking do this shit. That's amazing. I should get her to help me. She should be affiliated. I'm just gonna leave a comment. I am literally streaming right now live. Everyone can hear me say this out loud. So I have you on mute, but we all wanted to show some support. So, girl, your page looks amazing, and you deserve affiliate like beyond my fucking capabilities or comprehension. Much love. Great luck, Ernie. Happy to see you finally. Okay. This is nice. Thank you all for showing up for Thirsty. She comes on the streams, like she's really cool on the stream. Those cards look nice too. But I'm just gonna leave it up, I guess, right? It's on mute. Okay. That was cute. Alright, sorry, let me Oh, cool. Shout outs. Didn't really know about those. Thank you for that. Does Misery Pimp stream? Or you can shout out anybody. It doesn't have to be like a streamer. I'm new to Twitch, y'all. I know my Twitch stream, like on the Twitch, like I know I'm cool. And that's why people are like, oh, podcast. You don't, you can do anything. You don't need to be on Twitch. Yeah, well, I didn't really have anything else to do. The people who like me came from Twitch. It's crazy. Y'all don't understand. I've been doing all this for a long time. Being able to speak like this and doing tarot. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. being able to sing and speak and do tarot and yes, right? Um, for years, but I have surrounded myself with people who are in pain, people who are wounded, people who are seeking answers, who meet me and expect me to be like them because we grew up in the same place. We know the same people. We did the same things. We lived the same lives. But they do not like to be told the things that they think, the things that they need to know, the things that they want to hear from me. Some fucking idiot who's been fucked up and a rebel rousing punk ass fucking nerdy. It's just fly on the wall, autistic fucking bitch who actually, yeah, was mean too sometimes. Nobody really wants to hear from me. Nobody I've known wants to hear from me. So it's been a struggle. I'm also scrolling up at the chat, by the way. So I can't read if anybody's speaking back to me. Because I'm trying to find Misery Pimp because I don't know if I follow him. I try to follow all streamers on here. No offense. If you don't stream, I don't follow you because I just like, if you don't broadcast who you are, then I'm not going to just be like, yeah, follow this person. But if you're doing what I do, of course, I mutually want to support you. Um, and it's, anyway, join us in following Misery Pimp. Did you just do that or did I just did the shout out thing? God damn it, I'm so dumb. I literally do not know how Twitch works. And I've read about it and I've asked people questions. Good for you. Enjoy your read. Um, and I still am like, huh? With Twitch. I'm so bad at it. I'm like, how are people doing this stuff? And I look everywhere and yeah, I don't know. Um, welcome back, baby. You just fucking died on that one, probably. Anyways, right. I'll do that next time. Thank you. So, anyways, people have not always cool. Cool. And there's also a way to make command lists too. So people have not always liked me. So as much as yes, I'm the fact that I'm not good at Twitch is an indication that I should get off Twitch, right? Like it would be so much almost easier to make a podcast because it's just recording and whatever. I don't like editing though. I know I do. Um, but Twitch, looking at Thirsty's page, I'm like, wow, light years ahead of me. And like I am legit in what I do, but this is weak as hell. And I thank everybody who subscribes to me. And I don't imagine it's gonna get to be that much more many than this because it's not really that good of a Twitch deal, is it? It's not. It's not. It's awesome that y'all support me. I wish there was better ways to support me or I had a platform that suited me better besides my website. If I could live stream on my website, that'd be so much fucking cooler than anything else. But I don't know if people would do it because once more, the crowd did not come with me to Twitch, but came from Twitch. It wasn't until I really came on here that people were like, "Yo, I know so much and can teach me so much." I'm like, "Thank you." Somebody gets me. Because the people in my life are like, "Who are you to say this to me?" Blah 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 blah. What about all the things you've done? Blah blah blah. Blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the point." Okay, I gotta go. My mom's home, like I gotta go. So I do like the platform. I do like the crowd. I do like the 44444 on the timer. And I appreciate everyone. This has helped my journey so much because I am hoping to get this job that I want. And it's so funny because, again, taking 2 days off, I start to forget. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking 2 days ago when I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that job? What are you doing? Nothing to get it. So are you still trying to get the job? That sounds like a silly ass fucking job to get. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, hey, Kim. You bringing me up. Kim's got a watermelon gun. It's the consciousness of a wild. So I take 2 days off and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't think I'm I don't know. Who knows? I am trying to get the job of some kind of space switch time traveling necromancer bitch. You know? I already do it. I'd like to do it in real life though. Instead of on here. So I'm trying to get that job. I could go do it somewhere else with other people. Cheers. And I'm like, I think I'm a perfect person for this job. I just don't know if the job was really there was an opening for it, right? That was like the whole thing. That's the whole thing. It's like it's a cool job, but it doesn't definitely doesn't necessarily exist. But does seem like there should be it there. Should be there. Should exist. So why not? And who else could it be? We've like done that. Been there, done that. Who else could it be? We tried it. Y'all tried it. I didn't try it. Y'all tried it. Okay. So who else could it be? Except for right. Cute. Love that. Okay. So how do you convince like a bunch of strangers of that? That you're like, I promise you I'm the guy. Being holy man is hard for that reason, right? Because I can sit here and I walk through life and I tell other people exactly what they want to hear, what they need to know. It's not what they want to hear, it's what they need to hear. I rarely tell people what they want to hear. Sometimes I'll give people affirmation, and that's what they wanted to hear was, ah, yes, I needed to confirm my intuition in my life. And I can say things, creepy things like somehow knowing what your dead uncle bequeathed you to, you know, to your life, and all these other weird things. The knowing, saying, oh, a name, and then, oh, whoa, I was reading a book by this person. Right. All of these things. And then it comes to me, and I'm like, you're kidding me. That's me? Shit. That's crazy. Cause it don't look like it. It don't feel like it. Nobody acts like it. It doesn't reflect that in my anything that I own, have, bank accounts, nothing. I would not believe that actually. Of course the job is mine. Of course. So why is it not mine then? Yeah. So must be fake. Must be fake. Must be fucking stupid. Must be not true. Must be wrong about everything. But I know I'm not because everyone else says, holy shit, how did you fucking know that? Okay. So here's where we bring the book back. This is where we like getting rid of my anger. Today, they got mad. They got so fucking mad, bro. At what, you ask? Goddamn. Goddamn kombucha. Goddamn kombucha. Sent me off. It didn't escalate by any means. I got really fucking mad. I wanted to break it. And I'm okay. When I say the kombucha, I'm talking about a 48-ounce. I do it every night. 48-ounce bottle of kombucha that I tried to swirl gently before opening or pouring it out and shook it up too much. And in a way, I knew what I was doing because I've drank so much kombucha in my life, but I was testing it out. I thought, oh, interesting that I could do this. And then it took like 2 hours for it to not be. I made a mess, wasted it. Thought, okay, whatever. While it was happening, I got very mad. I said, I can't. And I walked away. I plopped down on the couch and I closed my eyes and fucking. And I got back up and I had to smoke some weed, which I didn't want to do. But I thought, why the fuck did I get so fucking mad? The answer, I know. I know why. I hate the answer. Not my period. Before that, right? It's oh my god, she gotta wait for okay. Good lord. Good lord. If you get angry about that, how the fuck do you okay. So I got very mad today and I thought, wow, I haven't been this angry in like well over a month at this point. Like I don't think I've been this mad since my birthday. That was good. I'm usually mad, count it out, 2 weeks out of the month every month, So all these regimens, the routines, the treatments, the medicines that I've been taking, it's working. But I'm also working. And as much as the medicine works, I started it before I recognized who I was or the position I was in or what I wanted. Yes. So it's kind of like more so than the medicine was the acceptance that the reason PTSD would not go away no matter what I did was because the trauma, the last trauma I held on to was the fact that hundreds, if not thousands of people over the last 10 years have tried to convince me I am not who I am. And I let them. I said, okay, you're probably right. I really could give a fuck less. I literally can get the fuck less. I do not care. Fine. I won't do it then. I won't be it then. I'll go do literally everything the goddamn fuck else. And you know what all of that led me to? This is me. No? All right. Let me fuck off then. Do something else. Okay. And in the beginning, I didn't believe it because I was like, where the fuck am I getting this information from? Why the fuck do I think that? What the fuck am I talking about? Why the fuck do I think I deserve that, earn that, could do that, have the fucking talent, ability, blah, 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 blah. Fucking insane. So I'd be like, I want this job. And then I'd show up to get the job and I'd be like, never the fuck mind. I'm not even going to tell anybody about this. What was I fucking thinking? Why did I think I could do that? There is no fucking way. That's insane. That's like, what? Oh, no, it's not. I love that. It's actually really funny. And me too. I'll fucking cry over some wasted food. If you like throw out my leftovers, I will have an emotional breakdown. I don't know why. I do know why, because I have a very attachment to food. I grew up being, partially raised by someone who lived through the Great Depression, immigration in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be a lawyer. Yeah. I'm not, though. So I should not be your lawyer because impersonating a lawyer is illegal. I do believe giving legal advice and not being a lawyer is also illegal. I should not be your lawyer, buddy, but I appreciate you. If I go to law school, I will let you know. If I go to law school, I'll let you know. Okay. So, hey, everyone. It's me. I'm not me. Realizing I don't think I'm that either. Oh my God. Well, we just did. We just said it all over the internet. Blake, Blake, right. So if I know all this fucking shit about everyone else, describing dead relatives, saying things that I shouldn't know about anyone, being able to read minds, knowing what people are eating and drinking and singing and loving and doing, right? Did a reading where I was like giving somebody advice and she comes back with all of that was happening in my life while you gave me that reading. It was these are easy examples. I think she would not mind if I said this. So I said, yeah, I've done a little bit of acting. I've been in a few like artsy things. I'm pretty good at I have a photographic memory, so if I see something, if text big enough, I don't have to memorize lines as much as I have to picture them. So I can be pretty good at reciting lines. And the ag can do many accents because of the channeling. And then I figure if I had to act as someone who was already dead, that'd be crazy because I could just channel them, right? That'd be nuts. So I bet I'm a great actor. Yeah, nuts. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know how much of it's come out. I've played like a Russian short scene get killed. It's pretty funny. I'm a tarot reader. It's a stereotype, and I wasn't really sure how comfortable I was being involved in it, but I wanted the acting job, which is pathetic. And it didn't really go far. It's just a small thing. But I also did enjoy the character, right? It was like being me, only Russian, like getting dressed, they just wanted it stereotypical looking, but it was very fun to play it. Right? Um, yeah. But even on my own, I'm a pretty good actor, yeah. And appreciate it. So, um, I couldn't tell you really. So it's funny because I know where all my grandparents or great grandparents were born. And I was literally thinking that, like, that's so funny you said it out loud because I was gonna say like life is acting, but I've had to act okay when I'm not a lot of times in my life, and sometimes I'm like, no, fuck this shit, right? And then oh my gosh, I thought this was a spider. It's a fuzz from the blanket from my trip advisor. Jesus fuck. Um, I don't know if I have Russian heritage because I always thought this and that culturally, ethnically. It's called um, it's in a DNA test. It says you're not this or that, right? I didn't take one. My cousin did, so hard to say. Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Um, girl, who the fuck is that then? The fuck? Are you? uh, It's okay. Not you. Yes, I don't think. Um, mm. Big one being like, my grandma was born in Italy. The DNA says we're not Italian. Yeah, I wish. It's already been made though, bro. I feel like I look enough like Margot Robbie where I could have definitely been like the Emma Mackey lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like we could all just been Barbie, like the same Barbie. Mm-mm. I don't actually think that highly of myself. I'm more in the Rachel McAdams, Julia Stiles, right? But oh man, I love Margot Robbie and Emma Mackey and Jamie Presley. They're all much pointier than me, I think, but in a beautiful way. Bigger smiles, nicer teeth, like perfect, right? Oh gosh. Um, Not a comparing thing. I'm gay. No, no, no. I'm just gay. I'm not comparing myself. I'm not jealous. I'm attracted to them, right? I'm like, they don't look that much like me, do they? Oh wait, I'm blonde now. I can't. Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Gay panic. Gay panic. Gay panic. I was talking about Margot Robbie. Okay, relax. Relax. Okay. Everybody just calm the fuck down. Everybody stop. No more Barbie. No more Barbie. No more Barbie. You know what, Dom? Have her, okay? No. Because I'm blonde. It would be weird if I dated her. It'd be so creepy. We have to wait until I do not have blonde hair anymore or something. I go for it. Go for it. Good luck to you, Dom. Okay? We're fighting now. Over what? Margot Robbie. Because she gives a fuck about either one of us. Bet. 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 Oh, big man over here. Okay, can we stop? Can we just stop? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't she Australian? That's funny. We've got like 7 minutes until I have to roll the ads. And I do actually remember what we were talking about, and we can pick up is the book. I want to talk about the book before we read an excerpt from it. And I want to tell you what I've learned from the book and why I learned it, or what it is, and what perhaps I was writing there in the past couple days. Oh, good. Are you done? I have your thing pulled up, but I'm still streaming. What's going on with it? Oh, I just got. Does somebody have a sub for dinner? You can say an inappropriate joke. Was it about Margot Robbie? Okay, you are offline. Cool. Who's Keanu Reeves? Um, Very cool. Good though. Now you can be here with us. I didn't hear you, but it was great. I had you on mute because I was streaming. What weasel thing? What are we talking about? What's weasel thing? What joke? What's going on? 111 1111. What's your time zone? Shout it out. Listen. Who had a fucking sub for dinner? It's a tomato, and you put some kind of like oregano or something on there, and some and kind of meat, something really good. Nice. I love that. Love that. Are you fucking serious? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Assuming people are truthful, it's a bad idea to lie to me anyways. Um, isn't that kind of funny? That then I question my own intuition of myself, where God tells me something, life shows me something. The deceased people who I relay messages for have messages for me. And because of the way that my life is, thank you for the sub. Oh, I bet they do. I don't have Wawa. I'm not laughing because you work at Wawa. I'm laughing because of the sub thing. Like, why did that even come up? Were you still thinking about it or are you still eating it? And then, like, it's just funny, isn't it? So, why do I have to question my life? Because other people question it. Well, because it's up to other people. I can't get the job unless I'm given the job. Sure, I can show up and try to take it. And what are you going to do? Embarrass me again? Oh, but that's what you say about me. Okay. Okay. And thank you. It did not hurt when you came in. I hardly even noticed. Um, I've never seen Suicide Squads. I'm literally just attracted to her. I've seen some interviews. She's really funny and poised. Just gay, I'm a gay slut. I'm gay, I'm a slut. Why should I say? I don't know. It doesn't matter. No, I totally get that. I totally get that. Totally get that. Totally get that. Opinions have never meant much to me, or I would have not gotten as far as the way that I am. But if you want a job that somebody's gotta give you, then that opinion matters, right? It's like, okay, well, you don't have to accept. But I mean, it's hard to just keep moving on something that's so uncertain, unspoken. It's kind of bullshit. No matter how much I know it, it's just like, cool. So why am I fucking broke? Why am I working alone? Why do I get no confirmation? Why don't I talk to anybody? Like that's fucking it's bullshit. And it's a lot of work for free. And I get it. I get it. It's been like a year. And there are jobs you have to wait way longer than a fucking year to hear back from. I get that. The interview process, the dedication, the hazing even. Fuck you then, right? Because it's been 10. Bye. We gotta roll the ads. Okay. Oh, stop. You are so cute. Stop. Yes, rolling shoulder shivers. Yeah, that's usually like spirit or a ghost or something. Come on. Gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. That was a million gotta. Pay attention. Gotta stay focused. Listen, 2 days off makes me want to quit. 2 days of me saying, let me take a break. Let my mind rest. Let me think about things before I move on them. And 2 days made me think, actually, I think I'm sick of working for free and fuck these stupid. I almost really cussed a lot just now, and that's just not the move. That's when I'm trying to be less angry. And I haven't really minded it, and I've been very into it, and I've been very gung ho and working hard. 2 days and too much sleep. And I'm like, actually, I could pass. Yeah, I could. Um, right, right. I could pass because my life will work out to some extent, no matter what. And also, probably just because you could simply fucking die, and it still happens. Oh, it's harsh. It was harsh. It was harsh. It was so harsh. It's harsh to leave someone in the dark, especially when you know that they are feeling that way. So, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yep. But I got so much going on and so many different, you know, things to focus on and streams of income that I'm focused on the one that I'm like, this will be the best income. But it's making me fucking literally nothing right now. And I cannot take the time to work on something. That's how poverty works, man. That's how fucking being poor works. You cannot make long-term investments. You do not have the option. I cannot sit here and use all my time working on something that might pay off someday that in the last 10 years never did. So, how the fuck do you expect me to stay motivated for that? I can't. I can't. I need to spend my time doing other things that are way more fucking lucrative, even if it's a little bit of money here and not as much long term and not going anywhere as far or as wide. It doesn't matter. I need cash tonight. I need it now, right? How dare you expect me to be able to fucking handle myself when you couldn't even handle you couldn't even handle your finances in your own tax bracket. Okay. Getting real, getting too real. You don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like that. Guess what? That's me. You gotta get used to that. That is what it's like to be around me. That's why not that many people like being around me. Because I don't need you don't have to tell me anything. I don't have to know anything. And I'm gonna know and say the things that you don't want to hear, that you weren't really looking for, that you were hiding. Yeah? That's how it works. Feeling very hard to be with me. Any capacity. Like regardless of the type of relationship it is. Right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And this is because I took a turn. I've always been above the water, 111. I've been doing the tarot for like 10 years. But 11111 because God wants me to do something else. Nice. Love that. It's an hour and 11 minutes at 2 in the morning. God wants me to do something else. So I've always been um all into the fast money, big ball, fucking work hard, play harder type life. I was always a server, bartender, like money. It's literally never been an issue until I stopped what I was doing. I got injured. COVID happened, and I said I'd never go back to that. So, in these last few years, I've dedicated myself to it, right? And the tarot is always lucrative, right? But I find if I'm not constantly reminding people, they don't book readings. And I also find that because of COVID, there was a boom and everybody learned to do it themselves, blah, 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 blah. They have no concept for what I do. People think, oh, you read tarot? Me too. No, honey, honey. Oh, no, I should stop saying I read tarot. It's not, I don't read tarot. I know what you had for dinner tonight. Like, that's not the same as going out and buying yourself a fucking deck. So it took a hit. Yeah, my business took a hit. This isn't something that I like to share. I got frustrated with this potential employer that I do think watches the stream. How I know when people are watching. Like, how are you gonna just be like, "Oh, it's not me. I don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy." What are you gonna just gonna? You can't have both. You can't be on here night after night after night, pay attention, watching, blah blah blah. Look at how many people you drove out of the fucking chat because we were having a nice conversation, and then you want to fucking hash this out on the stream. Why? It's history. Blah blah blah. Right? Don't ruin everybody else's night. Okay? Reject me to my face, brethren. Come on. Be a fucking man. Right? Sometimes you gotta fucking do the things you don't wanna do, yeah? The fuck? You feel like you lost something. Why are we doing this? Look, everybody's leaving. Why are we doing this? It's annoying. And that's what I've been trying to avoid. It's not that I want to hide my situation. I don't mind, like, I get by, I have people who help me, and money always comes to me when I need it. You know what I mean? Which is why I usually do not complain. But because I am currently working on a project that does not pay me for someone who gets paid, because this is part of the project, is to not be in correspondence, which I totally get. It's driving me fucking crazy. And I can't survive like this. Because if I take too many days off from all the other work that I'm doing, I lose so much money that I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's like missing a whole paycheck. And it's like, okay, I get it. This is what I want. This is my future. This is, you know, but I can't well, I can't anymore. I tried it. I can't. I'm gonna have to take a break and never fucking finish what I was doing, basically. Because no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not on here asking y'all for money. That's why I don't talk about my finances, especially because we're trying to speak abundance into our life, right? And like I said, I'm a holy man. I've never really was never meant to have a lot. I was never meant to have much. I was never meant to care about the material things. I was meant to be taught a humble way of living. So I've always been very medium, right? And because of these things, this, um, I have managed the way that I do, where things come to me. I accept help. I accept gifts. I accept barters, trades, overpayments, abundance, tips. Yes, I accept all forms of payment, and that's why I am never without. That's why I always have enough, right? It's just right now I don't have the extras. Yeah, that's, and a lot of people who have been in my life have not appreciated the time they spent with me, but think I'm fucking weird, annoying, don't want to believe in the stuff that I do. I'm from a very different reality than me. It's been really fucking hard. Amen. 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 I'm pissed that that conversation literally cleared out the fucking room. On my street, I had 11 people on here. Yeah, it got late. People were going to sleep. People warned me about that. And it's happened before where there's certain energies. It's like, what's the difference if I come on here and channel somebody's ancestors and everyone watches, or I channel a message specifically for somebody? The fact that it is a personal message from me to you makes it obvious, different, kind of gross, kind of annoying. Like, You gotta understand, like, I'm gonna grow my success regardless. It's just I gave it all this time of thought, contemplated for a long time before I did anything. Because I wanted answers, because I wanted to know why I was always led back to this place. And at this point, I still can't figure out why. I thought this is it, right? And then after 2 days, like I said, 2 days of rest, I thought, "Yeah, no, I can't work on shit for free anymore. I can't." So, it's at a halt. It's at a halt. It's halted. I'm done. Um, I'm done. We might do this. I think we'll finish a sample. We'll finish 5 minutes, and that's it. Because I will not do this for free anymore. And that is as of today, right now. Because good lord, so little, don't care, no more, you know? Been that way, and that's why I always went back and forth, right? I always went back and forth, was like, I can't get it, but I don't, I get it, but I don't. I am just certainly there was a time not long ago where I could do that. Now I can't. Sorry. Let's go. If we both want it, or do you not? I'm confused by that. Yeah. Uh, my God. My God. Fuck you. My God, I talk about God a lot. I was telling my roommate this today. We're in a rather conservative place too. It's ironic, and we're just out doing gay shit. I don't know, drinking coffee and buying used books. Yeah, gay stuff. Wearing fucking platforms and dresses. Oh, love it. Um, so I said, yeah, I love talking about God because I think people who believe in God, Christians especially, when they hear me say God, they become comfortable. They say, "Oh, God, yes, 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 I know about God. Yeah, I love God, 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 God." What about God? They say, "God told me this, God told me that, God wanted me to have da da da." Yeah? Because God to me looks like a Ramin Nazir painting and is some noodly electric neon monster in space. That is when I saw God and how I saw God. Okay? And there's so many layers between him and us. Lately, it's so funny. I've been referring to humanity as man. So funny. What does it even mean? Arbitrary. Huh. Right. Super light being, super rainbow light being. A beautiful thing. The algorithm of life, the projections. It's like a matrix, but it's not. I mean, it's how it's always worked, right? We knew that explosions create matter. Big Bang was light. So yes, of course, God is made of light. It's kind of sad that people aren't going to get all the juice out of this because of the whole angry fight with your boss on stream thing was weird, right? Like that was fucking weird, right? And I don't and then I should shake it off because it's almost as if they backed off or left or whatever. So it's just like over and then it's like weird for me because it's like if I just gotta do what spirit moves me to do or what God says to do or channel messages for people and then I gotta do that. It's like, why'd you fuck up the vibe? Why'd you have to fuck up the vibe? Drive everyone away. It's so fucking annoying. Okay. Is that what I did? That karma? It's like still serving karma for stuff I did when I was 19 years old or whatever. Bitch. Fuck. I hope not. I fucking hope not. That'd be ridiculous. I think it's because of the drama, the hype, the will they, won't they, Sometimes if you know how it works out, the fun is to not know how it unfolds. Yeah. Let's go back to the book. Let's talk about that. Right. What I'm saying. I'll do a little theatrics. I can do a little theatrics. I can't do the drama. I can't do the drama. I don't want drama. I want theater. So I was kind of reading this book to you all. Be here now if you're unfamiliar. Ram Dass. wrote down some things that he thought and felt when hey, oh, literally, girl, nothing. Let me tell you, where'd everybody go? I don't want to think about it. You missed a big fight. You missed a big fight out here, is what you missed. And everybody's pissed about it because they all left, and you can go tell them to come back. Huh? Tell them to come back. You got your ancestors on here? Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I follow them. Cool down, come back. So, anyways, I hear a song coming in. Nah. Oh, you're funny. You're funny, funny. And this book. Okay, so Ram Dass is like, thank you. I've got so many. I'm wearing bells. My healing bell's on right now. Let's bring one for my niece. And let's bring some for protection too. Good call, baby girl. Thank you. Kind of, yeah, kind of. I mean, like, that's just not a nice way to treat someone who's literally amazing, perfect in every way for the job and what you do, and blah blah blah. And it seems like you really want it, but you just want me to put all this free time and effort, and it's like, yeah, okay, no. It's just kind of like, yo, can I get some little bit? You know what I'm saying? Just to sustain me to do it, because otherwise I got to work on the stuff that I know makes me money, not the stuff that might make me money. Piss me off. Put me right back where I started. Yeah, in a matter of weeks. Fuck it. No. Right? Fuck no. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I love this little excited marshmallow poop fire emoji. It's very cute. Oh, R.I.P. Steve. Oh, okay. Yes. I don't know if somebody came on here knowing him. No way. No way. I'm about to check something because I can hear there's somebody watching that you're surprised that I would bring up Steve immediately. Yeah, because you just came on here and you knew him. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I'm making this up. There's no reason, there's no real reason that would be so strange. Is that so strange? Is that so strange? It's a weird sense. M name? That's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be interesting if that was happening, or somebody else lost someone named Steve, and not just me. Honestly, interesting, right? Who did decide that? And was it a compliment maybe once if the tomatoes were ripe or unripe? Here's produce for you. Throw flowers. Now, who did that? It's silly, right? Um, okay. Yes, the glimmer in your eye. It's glitter on mine. Oh gosh, beautiful, 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 right? Thank you. Um, okay, well, I'd like to focus again, regardless of who watches, yes? Mhm. Um, right, so Ram Dass is like psychedelic leader, psychologist turned psychedelicist, right? Big hotshot Harvard professor turned to psilocybin, became a holy man, wrote this book. It's ignorant as hell. Like, it's ignorant as hell. And I know he was experiencing this stuff in the 50s and the 60s, and this didn't come out until like the late 60s, early 70s. So, of course, it's going to be outdated. And that's the whole point of me having this, I think, now is knowing that I have to update these things. Okay. And the biggest difference, right, 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 right. Well, I went to Catholic school, so I know I've always known God. And Jesus was a necromancer, and I'm a Catholic, so I have always heard him talk back to me when I pray. Okay. I've been practicing since I was 5 years old. Of course, I can talk to dead people. What do you want to know? Hit me up. Okay. Especially if you're trying to talk to other homies. bitch all day. All day. Literally anybody will come talk to me. I could say something so crazy right now. You really think it's him? I think it's him. I think it's him. Okay. Hold on. It's something Tang, Tang and Gatorade. Tang and Gatorade. If that means somebody to somebody. I don't know if it's like Tang or like Tang, probably Tangerade and Gatorade. Tang and Gade. Tang and Gade. Tangade. Tangerade. Tangerade. That's the drink of choice. Tangerade. It was Tangeray and Gatorade. So if you are contemplating on getting like a channeled message from a loved one from me, yes, the necromancy. If somebody you know used to drink that. I agree. Yeah. I definitely believe you can go there and find it for sure, for sure. But that's why I took to those things when I did them, is because I already had the religious background and a connection to God and heard things and knew things and suspected that they were out there and wanted to know more and had a calling. And so when I finally did get old enough to do drugs, arguably was not old enough to do drugs when I started doing drugs, but when I did finally start, it was like I took it to heart because it was sort of like already the path I was on because I was indoctrinated into Catholicism. I went to Catholic school and was religious and went to temple and church and everything. So by the time I got to have a psychedelic experience, right, that's when I could say, okay, yeah, let's go, let's do this. I kind of think there was a time that we did that. I was making a collage with the Bible paper, and I do think somebody rolled a joint for us. Um, so once, so I was already ripping up the Bible for my art. But yeah, pretty. I'll try to. I'm gonna see if the picture I think is on my website of the collage. Somebody wants to cry for some reason. And I'm hearing a song, but I don't think those two things are relevant to one another. Interesting. Is this picture not on here anywhere? No, it's right here. This is a collage I made. I took a piece of paper and then I ripped up pages of the Bible and taped it to the paper, and then I made the pentacle out of tape, a couple layers of tape, and then I cut out a picture of myself in which I was already, make-upped as a zombie. That set is baller. I don't think I've never posted that set anywhere. It was one of my first sets in the very early days, probably my second full set I ever did. I was dressed as a zombie. I was on a 2x4. It was like, I don't know. I think this was 10 years ago. Me and the photographer I was working with, he took us to this abandoned building. I think I've talked about this on stream before. It was like an abandoned building outside, basically. Like, it wasn't an abandoned building. It was like, okay, it was like a house in the woods, and half the house was gone. And there was like another house. It was all run down. How good for you. And I hope you get great sleep and have sweet dreams. And thank you for always modding for everybody. And we love you so much more. Um, Things you should Google instead of ask chat. I don't know what Bible means. Please let us know when you do Google it. Ooh, I like that, Dom. That's sexy. Yeah, that's really, really sexy. Um, okay, so we put this 2x4. It was very long. It was just chilling there. I don't know what the fuck they were doing with this house. Rebuilding? No, I don't know. It was just like a very long 2x4. And we put it up between these busted, rusted windows. And there was still like the structure of the ceiling above holding this up, sort of. There's no roof, right? It's a very cool set. It's never been put. I think that's what I'm gonna put it on my website. I'll put it on my website. It'll cost you a bunch of money to see it, but I'm gonna put it on my website and it'll probably it. No, it's not that graphic, but it is fun. It's a great set. I was like 21 probably. Yeah, well, if it was 10 years ago, I must have been. I was 21 in that. I don't really look much well, I'm in zombie makeup. It's hard to say. I'm like, I don't look much younger. It's like, yeah, because you look dead. So, uh, uh, crazy how my body kind of looks a lot the same. Oh, thank you. Good to know. Thank you for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so the whole set I was stripping while I was holding on to the because I was suspended six 6 to 10 feet in the air on a fucking 2x4 that I don't know if it was gonna hold my weight between these windows. 10 feet maybe, I don't know. So the whole set is me going across and climbing and taking my clothes off. Amazing. Amazing. It's an amazing set. It's so cool. Apathetic Zebra. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was good. It was really good. Oh, like, duh, I thought you knew that. I love how everybody left. Like, "Ah, I thought she was supposed to be doing tarot. I thought she was gonna be doing tarot. I thought she was doing tarot. She's talking about her body again. She's talking about her picture. She's talking about her news. She's such a fucking slut. She's a sex worker. She's a fucking whore. She's a homewrecker. I told you I was right about her. It was fun. A lot of fun. Isn't this cute? So, yeah, that was a mouthful. I wonder why that came up. Other than, yeah, I'll probably post this set on my website. You have to become a member for free, and then you have to buy the membership to see the pictures, but it's cool. Like, it's fun. It'll be never been posted anywhere before. So it's a good one. It's not up yet. It will be though. There's one up right now, but it's not it's a practice run. I love that. Those little like mothy ones. I used to as a kid too. I haven't seen one in ages. It might be somebody, maybe your grandma. Did you have a grandma Mary? Is that common? I did. Um, Grandma Martha, Grandma Marie, Grandma Myrtle, Mary, Marmy, Marjorie, Grandma Marjorie, Grandma Marjorie. That's my final. Grandma Maudie, Maudie, something like that. That's who that is. Ah, you don't know their names? Uh, did your sister know them? I don't know. Sometimes they watch over, even if you don't know them, they still know you. They would, you know, it's their bloodline, I guess. Itch on my arm here. Somebody else itching right here. Didn't scratch at all. Ah, yeah, okay. Well, you can ask her the names. Grandma Maudie, something like that. That's the butterfly. Okay, so tell her when it's time to tell her. Okay. Drip coffee almost on the book. Very lucky I didn't trip it on the book. I've cost enough in this book. Um, a poem. It's really cute, actually. The thing about poetry is, like, you can write poetry for somebody, and if they just really don't get it or don't really care for poetry, it's like they don't really know what to do with it. I gave this poem to someone, and they handed it back to me. I was like, "I'm sorry," and I said, "You probably can't read it," and they, like, said, "Yeah," but I think they just didn't want the poem. I don't know. Hard to say. I like it, but it's cute, and it's not getting it. No, I'm not reading it on the screen. I just didn't have a, napkin. I just need to grab something quick. I love that for you. And you said you are an Aries, yeah? I bet you are good at that. Yeah. I like gift giving as well. I was just telling someone that if you tell me you like something one time and then I never forget, so I just always will think of you and get you the thing that you said you liked, even if it's one time until you tell me that you don't like that much or until there's something else that you like more. Because I'm thoughtful and it's hard to forget things. It's hard for me to forget things. Um, it's just the nature of the photographic memory at the end and beginning of the days. So, um, okay, let's. I could imagine that I've bombarded people, like, because I've never been much for relationships over my dating history. The past 15 years that I've been sexually active. Um, haven't had many relationships. Not super into it, right? Because I'm very social, so I always had a lot of friends or people I just associated myself with and thought were my friends, and then got older and was a little bit, or got sober, or was like, oh, I don't think these people like me that much. um, and maybe these people aren't good for me if I'm acting this way. Yeah, we should figure that one out sooner. And there is this sort of need to express love languages, right? And so gift giving is the way that I communicate love. I like to receive gifts, sure, but if it's not personal to me, I don't love it. Um, but words of affirmation, same. I like all of them and I like to do all of them, right? So because I never had many relationships, I had a lot of friendships. I feel like the reason I didn't keep a lot of my friends is because I'd be overly thoughtful, overly conscientious, overly romantic, overly expressive, overly emotional, overly joyous, overly romantic, even if I didn't already say that. Maybe I said it twice. And it would be overwhelming for others, but it was like I have a lot of joy and love to give and express, right? And I thought that's what friends were for. I thought that's what friendship was. But most people get that fulfillment or need it from their significant others, and I just chose to not really have one because I did very much enjoy my social life. Didn't want to give that up. So it's kind of funny to think, yes, bombarded is a word. I'm a bombarding person. I will bombard all of your senses and all of your realities, and you will never be the same again. That is annoying for people, yes. That's a whole other problem. Whole other problem. Some people don't want shit from you, and some people want everything you got. You give a little bit to everyone, you see who receives, who takes for themselves, and you go, "Oh, I'll give you more," and they just keep taking and never reciprocating. Yeah, that's a tricky one. It's a tough lesson to learn. Speaking of lessons to learn, see, we always curve the conversation. This one's a bit boring, yeah. Um, want to go back to this be here now. So old heads, it's the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. They're just learning. They are just trying psilocybin for the first time. They don't know anyone else who has done psilocybin. It's 1955. They had to go up into the Himalayas to go get, or not the Himalayas. They went to South America and up in the Pichu Mountains, something like that, to go get these psilocybin mushrooms grown by shaman in South America, 1955. So no, it's okay, right? It's a flow. It's just conversation. It's wax and pole. It's all good, baby. It's whatever we need to talk about in any given moment. There's never a schedule or a time or anything like arrive exactly. we need to be. That's very much the teachings of these books. However, reading the intro, Ram Dass was kind of an educated man, but he was very nonsense. It's very hard. It's cringy to me to read this. And we discussed it while I was reading the intro, and even once we started reading into the book, because he's very much like, oh, I just didn't know, and I was so surprised, and I was chasing a high, and the dragon, I had so much to learn, blah, 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 right? And a lot of his teachings are very basic, the baseline. And again, there was no one teaching him before that. He had to go and do this for the Western world. Him and his friends, Timothy Leary, among other men, and the people in South America and have been practicing as shaman and tribesmen for centuries have been doing these things, but not in the Western modern American world, were they? No. So they were the first to do it. And I get where they're coming from. It was a different time than with the everything they were doing. But it's just so ignorant to read it now. And it's so pathetic the way these men, they could not do anything for themselves before they took these drugs, and then they let the drugs not even determine what the fuck they were doing. It's, I've been channeling the guy that they are obsessed with, I think. With everyone I speak to, it's like I speak as him, and it's so crazy. I don't really have a strong concept of who he is, but his picture is in this book, and I know that I'm channeling him. And I think it's Homanjari. I don't know how I just said that. I don't know how to say it. There's just, they put his picture in this a lot. It's on every page. This guy, I don't know. And I feel like I just channel him ever since I started reading this book, because I think he's the one that in the book channels his Ram Dass's mother to him after she passes away. And I do that. And that's how I realized reading this book out loud to all of you is when I started to say, oh my God, I'm a holy man. No shit. That's why I don't have much. That's why things come to me. That's why I'm not doing tarot. I'm sorry. You've been on here like every night trying to get a tarot reading. I thought there's this chat mode, ask me anything. But cool. Anyways, that's when I started to think, holy man, yeah. They were calling themselves that. They called him that. I was like, oh God, that's what I do. Yeah. Know things that people aren't saying out loud. Okay. Knowing what you ate. He does that too. He's like, oh, how are the cookies? How was the sub? Yes. Okay. So I'm like this Sumanjari, whoever he is. I do not really know. I do not know. But when I read this book and then I channel him to everyone I speak to all of a sudden, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, well, somebody did screw the vibe. Somebody came on here 420 and screwed up the vibe, and it pissed us all off, and everybody left. And I'm glad that everybody's coming back before we read the book. Yeah, the Bible. Um, because there is the intro and then the actual book and then the outro. Yeah, so it is 3 books in one. The Bible. Um, yes. No. It was my. You missed. Whatever. 4. You missed it or you didn't. Are we making it out of the hood or not? um, it is Be Here Now, Jessa. Very good. You're the first person to know what the fuck this book is just by looking at it. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who pays attention and reads along. So yeah, I channel this man, so don't mind me when we talk about the book. If I start talking like him, he was Indian, I think, and I don't try to do an accent when I channel people. I always make disclaimers that if I do an accent, it doesn't sound right. It's because I don't know always what the accent is, but it seems like I've never practiced the Indian accent, but he lived in the mountains anyway. I wouldn't be able to understand him the way that he spoke, really. He's doing the English accent for me. Ram Dass wrote the book, but I'm talking about. Yes, it is Ram Dass, but I'm talking about him. Ram Dass was American Jewish. American. This is who I'm channeling. Yeah. Is this Hamanjari? Is it his name? I get confused. They talk about so many people and they put his picture on every page. And then they talk about all these other people. I'm like, I don't understand who's who. Why are you putting his picture in everywhere? I understand, but I don't get it. Maharaj? Mahasamadhi. They call him so many different things too, where it's just like, I don't know who it is, but I'm channeling him. Okay. So, yeah, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. They're like obsessed with this image of this man, and it's just that this holy man. Maybe he didn't even exist. Who knows? I don't give a fuck. I do care. I care very much. But that's why these white boys were ignorant. These white boys were so ignorant. I'd not believe we worked with them as soon as we did, but they were the ones who the fungus they called to the mushroom. They had to do it for the Western world. It had to be the white man first. Now the white woman, she come make it better. And that is the point. If you choose not to listen to her now, then you did not listen to us. Just like they did not listen to us. They wanted to talk to us. We told them to listen. Yes. But it was what we did, not what we said. And that was the big key. But this is what she thinks. This is what they miss, is the knowing. Okay, he said, I do not know. I wish to meet someone who knows. And he thought that I knew something that nobody else knew, but so many people never question that they always have the knowing. No, okay. They always have the knowing. This man never knew. They never knew. That is so cute. No. Only to Gary, Ohio, a religious Catholic thing. Really, no. The whole town's a church and a liquor store. It's like a big tri church building thing. It's a whole thing they do though. Big, go visit graves and blah blah blah. It's the only pilgrimage I've done, but no Holy Land, no mountains. Um, a pilgrimage for me would be probably to see. Yeah, maybe I've made some of my own, but not to the places that they were. Yeah. So when you see this, that some people never doubt, some people only ask questions to know more of what they already know, is the holy ones. It is not those who seek to learn, but those who learn to seek. Okay? It is not those who seek to learn things about what they want to know and how things work and why and all of these things. It is those who learn to seek, who accept the lessons, who learn, yes, this means I must know more. This means I must learn. This means I must break this pattern, this thing, this friendship, this kind of whatever. So there were some people, this young boy, he died young too. He's 37 when he passed away. And he taught around so much because around nothing. But he never wanted to know nothing. Or he would have known from the start. Just like the rest of us did. But he was no holy man. He was a communicator. He brought the East to the West, and that was his only mission. It was not to teach, it was not to show, it was not to be the one. But no one else came after him. No one else came before him. This is all that there was. And they still. But this, what? Old, outdated, corrupt. Yeah. Hmm. Um, I think this Homanjari. I feel like it's Homanjari. I don't know his name. That's what I'm getting. That's who this is. I don't know if that's the guy in the book, but he could talk for hours with me. Hours with me. He does. We talk all day. He tells people things. I let him lately. I am not embarrassed to be the holy man that I am because these connections to these men, things that some of them came and saw us and could not do, could not understand, could not fathom, huh? Because they were so ingrained and tranced in these things that they did. This world was tight. For this one is loose, is not hardly there. There's very little to bind to this reality. And that is what makes these things possible. The quantum philosophy, the quantum physics, the quantum spirit, the quantum journey of the mind, of the inside. like one is like all. Mm. But the unique individuals, because not everybody wants to be the holy man, because some people want to build the land that we live on. Yes, they want to create the world that we see. They want to make the things that we know, because they do not want to think so much, worry so much about what goes on within or above or because of. They like what's in front of them. It makes sense. Why else come here if you don't? Why else come here to see all of this if you do not wish to see it? It's very sacrificing to become one with the earth when once you go on, you become once more. Most people come here to sin, to live long. Others come to practice God, to show people, to remind them where they go once they are done, to ease their fear of life, and to ease their fear of death, and to ease their fear of whatever keeps them up at night, keeps them from sleep, keeps them from dreaming. Okay. Because there is those good. I feel like he wants to say something in a different language. Because there is dos dos mia gawa dosha mia gawa sana something. I think it's a mantra. Um dosha mia gana wana dosha mia gana wana something like that. I don't know. I think that's probably good. I think he's done. It was becoming. That unitedness was becoming. And then it stopped. That's what he was saying. That's what we were talking. Oh gosh, he's a hard one to break from. I've been with him for days. Ever just reading this book connected me to my path once more. Where, yes, I love the idea of doing this, being totally immersed in the material world, but I could just as easily do this. And it's supposed to be both, and that's the whole gift. That's the idea. That's the many talents, the bags, the jack of all trades. Yeah, the master of one. And that is me, the master of the self, the master of who I am and what I do. Yeah. Being pretty fucking balanced, but also having needs like everyone else. Normal. It's just like, yeah, duh. It's not like, what did you think this was? You think it just, okay, don't even want to go there. But yeah. Um, so I love that. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're got 10 minutes till the next ad break. I kind of gotta pee because I'm drinking coffee, whatnot. So when we come back, we're gonna switch to reading mode, and we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna read from it. That's what we've been doing every night. I'll show you. We are here, so you haven't missed much. So use your 3 minutes as wisely as you possibly could. Yeah, and we'll be back. Oh, oh, thanks for the follow, Collective Capricorn. Very, very cute. Hello. Kind of love it. Okay, so I gotta roll the ads. I could wait 10 minutes. I gotta pee. I gotta roll the ads. I was contemplating. I gotta go now. we are gonna do 3 minutes. It might take me I might take, like, 5. It's been 2 hours. It might be a little longer than 3 minutes. Um, 'Cause I might need, like, just to quickly eat something. 'Cause that was a lot. I just did a lot, you know? Um, but when I come back, we're gonna go into reading mode. Not reading tarot, but reading the book, the Bible, if you will. So when we come back, that's what we'll do. So on the break, take your time coming home. Hit the wheels as they roll. Let your lungs fill up with smoke. Forgive everyone. Was the scarab? It sure was. Use the bathroom, get some water, do a dance, light some incense. It's okay. That didn't even sound that good. Chill out, my guy. Come on. Salty or not. Bitch, grow up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Who are you? Oh my god. I'm sorry. Rude. I love telling people to drop their name, preferred nickname, sun sign, pronouns, nothing personal. Got a little defensive about the Capricorn energy. I apologize. I'm gonna roll the ads. Um, and I'm gonna be back in 3 minutes. Use it wisely. Might be more than 3 minutes. We already discussed that, but yeah. Okay. Bye. All right, y'all. I sat down at the very right time, but I'm about to eat something. And nobody watches me eat for free. So you can listen to me eat it and guess what I'm eating. We love playing that game. And when I say we, I mean some people genuinely enjoy the ASMR and the challenge of guessing, and others are probably feeling very assaulted every time I do ASMR on the channel unexpectedly. So, um, gonna do it anyway. Yeah. So what do you think it is? This is me opening it. Okay, it's oddly specific. Mm. Okay. Hints. It's sweet and it's Japanese. Those are the only hints that you're eating. I said it was sweet. I mean, love that you think I have that energy. It's like 2 a.m. Oh, I don't know. No. No. You're on the right track with Pockies. Very kind of close with Pocky, but different. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. You fucking know it. I thought they were koala bears though, because I like the strawberry ones. It's a koala bear. Yeah. In case y'all don't know what we're talking about. Look how cute. Yeah, the strawberry ones are my favorite. Is that what it is? The knockoff is a panda? That's hilarious. The Chinese version? Because, like, aren't pandas in China? Or am I ignorant? I don't know. Koalas are in fucking Australia, right? So, I don't know. Maybe that's also not true. It's in a happy place. It's reincarnation, you know? I don't really want to continue that thought. Man, that shit slap, though. Mm. So good, y'all. So good. And now we're ready to get into reading mode. Welcome if you're just joining us. Welcome if you felt like you weren't welcome before. Welcome if you're going to finally show your face, your ass, and your whole damn self. Welcome. You need a place to be. Welcome. If you'd like to know me, welcome. Like to know yourself. I'm not reading yet. I'm just saying stuff out loud. Let's get a little stoned and talk a little more about this book before we start reading it. What do you say? Okay. Yeah. Light some incense. Should we go with Aries because Ram Dass himself is an Aries? And we just burn Pisces. Go backwards. Go from last to first. Go from last to first. Love that. Girl. La, 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 la. We do too. Okay, cool. I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I be it. I believe it when you me it. Etc. Oh, you are an Aries. Yeah. Maybe you're always meant to be here. Nice. Gotta love a Leo moon and a Scorpio rising. Here's the thing, and a Capricorn sun. That's a great big three. I ain't even gonna hold you up. Listen, my roommate and a few of my friends are Capricorn suns. I've always had besties that are like Cap suns. Great people, love them. Very efficient. The only time I was ever early for anything was because of a Capricorn sun. Amazing. Um, Leo moon, my niece, my best friend, my fellow FBI agent, Leo moon. Amazing. So high spirited, so loving, so supportive. Cannot deal. Okay. Scorpio rising, me. Sexy. Okay. We love to see it. We love to see it. So that's a great big three. Congratulations. I bet you're an awesome fucking person. That's great. Of course I appreciate your how to say banter and support. Oh, another fucking Leo moon and a Taurus rising, and you did not tell me that? Lake up? We love to see that. We love to see an Aries with some strong fixed placements. We love to see an Aries that's a little bit more rooted than your average Aries. We love to see that that fire is being held down by some earth. That's a balanced Aries. Do you know your birth time and stuff or no? By the way, I don't know what you meant by "you're a fortune," but I'm still thinking about it and I still like it. You're a fortune. Thank you. Thank you. Love that. Love it. It just sounds positive. That sucks. We could probably ask your ancestors, but it would be weird and not necessarily accurate. December 12th, 1981, 4:05 a.m. 4:09 a.m. 4:09 a.m. Not Eastern Standard Time. Maybe Eastern Standard Time, so translate it to your own time zone. I don't know where I got that from. If that's not your birthday, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're not December 12th, 1981, that's probably not your birth time either then, right? Just like when I said, "Let's ask your ancestors," they were like, immediately. Yeah, there you go. Ask a sister, not an ancestor. Ask your sister, not your ancestors. That's funny. That's really funny. Is the right here? I was literally just thinking about the list that we were making for the merch that I never got around to because I'm too fucking busy doing literally everything by myself. Too much work for fucking free because it's for me. And because I'm trying to land this blah 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 blah. I don't want to get into it while we're doing this. So far, what we talked about was birthdays and this because Ram Dass is an Aries. And then all of you were like, what did you just say? Oh. Hmm. Right. Okay. Well, it's up to you if you go searching for it. Hmm, they know. Yeah, I just wrote it down. So funny. Okay, so the world needs an update. We need a second. We need a something else to follow. There's nothing that has really compared to or taken the place of Be Here Now. It is as relevant as it ever was. And the thing is, the information in it is even Ram Dass agrees it is a bit outdated. He uses the word Negro in this book, and there is not an alternative to teach young people about the history of psychedelics, right? And 1, 2, 3, check your time zones. Um, it's just one of those things that we just needed not to modernize it, to have someone who wants to carry on the history of the thing, but also interpret the data to be more comprehensible to our own evolution as we are today. Relax, bro. I'm gonna bring it up every time that we move around. Chill. So that's gonna be, the work. That's the work, is figuring this out together. And the thing is, I no longer question my purpose. I've always known. I let other people question it, and I in turn said, that could be true. It might be grandiose, and I might have to realize that I'm mental and that I should calm the hell down and I need to change who I am and blah, blah, blah. I took all the steps to make sure I was healthy and to make sure I was in my bounds and make sure I had the talent and skill to back myself up. And now that I do, I very much question, when does the life around me become different? But each day it does. Every day is so drastically different from the last. Every day gets better and better, and it always has. My life has been increasingly that way. But it started from a very dark, dark place. So it's like, just because something's getting better doesn't mean it's great. Right? Just because something is getting better doesn't mean it's great. Greatness doesn't happen in a day. Okay? It doesn't happen in a decade. That don't sound right, but okay. Yeah. Well, I'm here to accept the challenge. Yeah, because somebody's gonna try to beat me to it. You don't understand. These bitches are crazy. People copy me nightly and daily. It's very uncomfortable. I never will understand why. I don't really understand it. Somebody on here probably got this. I took this. Wants to take this idea and run with it. Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Because people watch and they're like, "Ooh, that's a good idea," and then they can't pull it off. And all it does is discourage me from doing what I'm meant to do when I am being given this, not choice, but this life, this path, this role play, yeah? And everybody else opted out for other things because it's a tough fucking path to walk down, okay? And you will not wear the best shoes and you will not get the crown. But some people, right, must do it anyway. Okay. So they can copy me, they can take my ideas, they can recreate my pictures, my images, my style, my words, my whole personality. Stupid fucking bitches can't even fucking mention my name. Can't even fucking mention my name. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. It's like, how are you getting so much out of me and pretending I don't exist when everybody knows who I am, bitch? Everybody that you know knows me and vice versa and all these things. Yeah, it's weird as hell. It's weird as hell. Anyone gonna fucking lie to you. But no matter what they do, no matter how they imitate me, I still am the only one who is me. And I hope and pray to God, to whoever the fuck they want, that they find it in their heart of hearts to be who they are meant to be in their own purposes, rather than trying to destroy or block mine. Shit. God damn. Chill out. I don't even know you people. That is the energy though that should be brought to me, yes? Right. It's some people appreciate me because they can appreciate themselves. They can appreciate having someone like me in their life. Some people are just jealous and look at me with eyes of envy, and that is very hard because I look at everyone with love. And I have been fucked over and screwed up for that. But I keep doing it because that is the life of a holy man, is to keep looking at things with love and to keep seeing them that way, to continue to fill people with the things that they need. Hmm. 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 So it's hard work, and for anyone to try to imitate this is not only questionable of your sanity and your mental health, but also just like, it's kind of like the most impossible task. You cannot recreate the individual. Yes. not only are we all our own unique individuals, but especially one of mine, one that is me working overtime. Hi, Wolfie. How are you, baby? Okay, here's the thing. There is, this is what I'm gonna tell you. There is a mirror in everyone. Whether or not you stare at that reflection is who you are. Okay. Because this whole your perception of me is a reflection of you. No, 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 no. Your projection of yourself is the responsibility of your own. No, no. We're not doing this whole gaslight you into thinking we're on a spiritual path and alleviating any kind of blame to others rather than our own accountability, right? Right. Yeah. Because, oh, baby, what? You got somebody on you. You gotta take that pin out. Tell you, Wolfie, somebody's very jealous of you and you cannot understand why. It could be your man, something like that. But they put a lot of stress on you. And that's why you get stressed over nothing, practically nothing. Hmm. So while we all have a mirror in us, it's your choice of what you stare at, right? Exact I knew you'd have that reaction. They want you to feel that way. They want you to feel less than worthy. They want you to feel like no one would even bother cursing you. They want you to feel so fucking insecure in your relationship that it's making you insecure and your man is good to you and it's not making you insecure in your relationship. Bet. Bet. I know it when I see it because it happened to me when I was young too and I didn't see it. Now look where I'm at. The spiritual teacher of the 21st century, right? Or third. I don't know where I'm from. Could be somebody like a Rosie or something, but I don't know that you know them. I think they know your man. I don't know that you really know who this person is. But sure, you could say something. I don't know. Should we be putting this on stream? No one, we're a bit of anonymous. Oh, wow. Rosie is jealous of your boyfriend. Oh, that's funny. So, yes, I guess if you tell me someone, I would know. Maybe message me, though. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be. You took me off guard with that. I want to tell you what. Message me real quick. Okay. Yeah. Message me. I'm not doing tarot readings. You've been here for a minute. We're not, I'm sorry. Reading is, no, I know, but I want to tell you something and I don't know how to start a message with you. It's quicker if you message me so I can respond and tell you why that's probably a yes. We're reading from the book. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it seem like I was doing tarot readings. We were talking a bit about Ram Dass and teachings and blah blah blah, updating things. Yeah. Um, Literal reading, not tarot readings. I got very tired, so I feel like we're doing my channeling of the dudes who made this book. I'm feeling Ram Dass. I see him. A quarter. Quarter means the value of 1/4 of something. And so if you only have a quarter, but you need $1, you need 3 more people with quarters to come together and create $1. Once you have the dollar, where does the dollar go? Where who gets the dollar and what was the dollar for? Because now you've got 4 people and $1 instead of 4 people with 4 quarters. But the point is not to know why we've created this dollar or who the dollar is for, but to understand that when we are called upon We rise to the occasion for the sake of man, for the sake of others, for the sake of the principle of the thing, for the sake of community, for the sake of coming together. We do these things. Whose dollar is it? And what's the dollar for? But were you really better off with nothing but a quarter? Ram Dass, 1981. I think I just quoted him. That's really weird. That is really weird. Hello, Turquoise Moon. Professor 22222 on the clock. 2222222. I bet if you looked up his lectures, 1981, there he used that metaphor, the quarters and the dollar. Oh my god, I don't listen to him because his voice bothers me a little bit. That's crazy. I think I actually quoted him. I don't think I was channeling him. That was a quote. That's so cool. I just got a taste for the Starburst blue pack, like the tropical pack. That's a good one. Somebody eating those right now? Oh my god, gimme. I want some. Who's got that tropical? So good. Turquoise is really great. It's a great color too. I know. Love you so much, Morphe, and I'm happy you were here. And once more, I hope you get sleep and that your day is well rested and that waking up early is no problem for you, yes? Very, very good. Very good luck. Night and good luck. Okay. Cheers. Same, girl. Same. Okay, Wolfie, let's go back to the we can talk about that on stream, but I'm gonna read first. I've got 36 minutes until the next ad break, so I'm gonna try to read for 30 minutes. These pages go fast, so I don't want to do too many. And then after 30 minutes, we'll go back to chat mode. Okay. Yes. So picking up where we left off and be here now. Now, we'll make the journey as comfortable as possible, but you have to realize that after you pass through the Van Allen belt, you're going to get out to another belt of radiation, which is going to crisp you completely and you will die. But there will be an essence left that will get through. Now, who would like to volunteer? Ready? Well, couldn't we make a specially insulated suit? No, sorry, can't do it. But if you propel hard enough, there will be going through, there will be something that will get through to the other side. You can't really define what you'll be, but you'll be beyond that. Why would anyone go on a trip like that? Adventure? Well, the one thing about an adventure is The adventurer wants to stay around and adventure. And if he's going to be crisped in the process, there's going to be no adventure left to have had the adventure. Okay. See ya. Cool. Thank you. Of course. But you see, there's something that pulls a person toward this journey way back, deep inside is a memory. There's something inside each of us that comes from behind that veil, behind the place of our own birth. It's as if you have tasted of something somewhere in your past that's been so high, so much light, so much energy, that nothing you can experience through any of your senses can be enough. Thoughts. Somewhere inside everybody knows that there is a place which totally fulfilling, not a disparate flick of fulfillment. It is a state of fulfillment. You may experience despair that you'll ever know that. Good, because through the despair and through that surrender, you get closer to it. Through the despair comes surrender. Okay, I'm reading from a book. I don't really know, like, there's nowhere to be found. Sorry. Good night. And what keeps you from that place that gives you that total feeling experience and knowing of fulfillment is all of the posturing, all of your thoughts, all your way of organizing your world, all of your plans, all of your games you're exploring. Some of us do go on this journey. We didn't stand up and say we volunteer. It didn't work that way at all. It's not like you had a choice of volunteering or not volunteering. That isn't the way it works. It's as if you are propelled into it like the moth into the flame, but yet nobody's pushing you. Nobody's standing around saying, take every third man. It doesn't work that way either. Get in, he goes. I didn't mean to be a bitch, but I was. There's always consequences sometimes. It mattered very little to me, but I apologize. It's a little more like the image of a caterpillar enclosing itself in a cocoon in order to go through the metamorphosis to emerge as a butterfly. Caterpillar doesn't say, well, now I'm going to go climb into this cocoon and come out a butterfly. It's just an inevitable process. It's inevitable. It's just happening. It's got to happen that way. Exquisite. I knew I was coming. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. And it didn't have to be me. It just wasn't anybody else. Yeah? I think that's the thing. We're talking about a metamorphosis. We're talking about going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. We're talking about how to become a butterfly. I mean, the caterpillar isn't walking around saying, man, I'll soon be a butterfly, because as long as he's. That's interesting. You don't usually watch my stream. You want some attention too? Happy birthday, maybe? Gemini season? Never dropped it. You just dropped it twice in 30 seconds. We were just going to read for like 30 minutes. Didn't even get through that. We're talking about a metamorphosis. We're talking about going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. We're talking about how to become a butterfly. I mean, the caterpillar isn't walking around saying, man, I'll soon be a butterfly, because as long as he's busy being a caterpillar, he can't be a butterfly. It's only when the caterpillarness is done that one starts to be a butterfly. And that, again, is part of this paradox. You cannot rip away caterpillarness. The whole trip occurs in an unfolding process under which you have no control. Well, what am I doing here? Hard one. That's a hard one. I have no control. You mean I don't have any choice? I can't say this is nonsense. I can't say this is important. Your lecture changed my whole life. You think that's choice? No, not at all. It's an unfolding process. My brain? We've done this before. You're not. It's not. Was that the whole point? We did this last time. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Hi. Um, this is funny because of the conversation we had earlier where I said, way to kill the vibe. And it was like me basically shouting at nothing, saying, what am I doing here if I have no control? What do you mean I don't have a choice? I can't say this and that. And it's very funny how this mirrors that conversation. That's probably why I had to drop the book twice to see that this is literally happening in front of me, right? Much as I complain about it. It's also the same over and over and over again. It's very basic. The script. This is a beautiful page, isn't it? Take that in. Wow. Um, it's a very bad idea to wish ill of people who are well protected. Very bad idea. If you could stand back far, oh wait, what does this say? No accidents. No accidents. If you could stand back far enough and watch the whole process, you would see you are a totally determined being. The very moment you will wake up is totally determined. How long you will sleep is totally determined. What you will hear of what I say is totally determined. There are no accidents in this business at all. Accidents are just from where you're looking. The ego. It looks like it's miracles and accidents. No miracles, no accidents. It's just your vantage point that you're sort of stuck in. This whole trip I'm talking about is fraught with paradox. The most exquisite paradox. As soon as you can give it all up, you can have it all. How about that one? As long as you want power, you can't have it. The minute you don't want power, you'll have more than you ever dreamed possible. What a weird thing. As long as you have an ego, you're on a limited trip. You're on a trivial trip that's going to last maybe what, 60, say 70, maybe 80 years, and full with fear of its end, trying to make its own eternity. Well, if I am not speaking, if I am not what I thought I was, how did I get into this? Who am I? For only when I know who I am will I know what is possible. Understanding the possibility that there are three ways in which one knows what we are talking about tonight. One way in which you know about it is through direct experience, through some way or another, through being alone in the desert, through falling in love, through bearing a child, through nearly dying, through turning on, through yoga, through taking any one of your senses and pushing it beyond itself. Going through it, you have touched a place inside yourself that it has an intuitive validity. I've been with literally now well over 100 people who have had such an experience, which was powerful and valid, but it was just so discontinuous with their normal consciousness that they screamed for help. The help that was available to them was a group of minds which said, that's all right, you've just gone crazy. That is the experience you've just had, is the experience of psychosis. Now we're getting somewhere interesting. Gotta give it up for the Ramdas. They said to give him a chance, give him a chance. But the ignorance, it is there, regardless of the work. That is what we learn over and over and over again. With the oppression, with the wars, with the race, with the structures, the system, the governments, the nations. That is the problem with that world, is the dissonance because this man was brilliant, but he was ignorant. Yes, yes. Okay, right. What the fuck? Hey, whew, who's that? Yeah, isn't that weird? I've just been reading for like 10, 20 minutes. I don't know, I talk all night on stream. But I got the incense here and I am out of water. That was unexpected. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick. I have 20 minutes until I have to roll the ads, but I think I might. I gotta go get some water. I have to go get more water. Um, that cough came out of nowhere. I have not been coughing at all tonight or lately. Very strange. So maybe somebody else was coughing. But yeah. So if y'all need to get some water too, do it. Did I put the? That was so weird. Okay, yeah. All right. Be back in 3 minutes. Pardon me. God wants me to stop working for free. So I want to read this book. I'm reading it out loud to you. I like talking. I like socializing. I like being able to talk about abstract or otherwise philosophical, metaphysical, etc. kind of conversations, spiritual, related, and otherwise. So I like to come on here. I like talking about that stuff. Um, I like reading books. Tarot's draining. People piss me off, and I do way too much for way too little on here. It was cool for a second, built up my audience, kind of like showed off my skills a little bit. People know who I am now. Take it or leave it. Book a personal reading. We have plenty of evidence. This shit's accurate as fuck. Yeah, God said no more. So I had to tell off my fucking boss in midstream. Not even my boss, bro. You don't pay me. Fuck you. Be cool if you did. It'd be fucking cool if you did, but you don't. So good luck to you and me. Yeah, this is water now. Let's get back to the book. Actually, let's put the bomb and then get back to the book. That was a smash ball challenge. Whew. I shouldn't really. Earlier, I complained a lot about money, and it's literally like I get paid so much for what I do, but it takes a lot out, and like I don't have like a regular income job, you know. It's just when someone needs something, I've got it. So I get paid really good money, but I don't just have constant work. The work that I do is once more things I'm putting my time into, right? Things I value. Modeling makes up a good chunk of change every month. I haven't done it in a couple. I haven't been posting that kind of content. So sorry when I complain about money. It seems almost rude because I what I do is expensive. It's worth a lot. I just haven't been doing that much of it lately. And it's partially because it's like, okay, well, if nobody's going to book, nobody's going to book. But I'm behind on, I have a couple personal readings I owe. I have to fix my website, which I have not gotten around to doing. I am distracting myself with the things that aren't guarantees rather than focusing on the things that are guarantees. So it's not even time management or bad business. It's a, nor is it a distraction. It is once more God showing me, remember, I know you're on this path, but do you remember what the path was? I say, yeah, I remember that. Why are you showing me? Like, because look again. Oh, shit. Cool. That's fucking rad. Let's go. Let's do it. And then nothing happens. And all of a sudden I'm broke again. Fuck. I was doing great because I was focused on my work, what I do, making money. And then I sidetracked to you, to this, to whatever this is, because that feels like it. It feels real to me. That feels like my job. That feels like the role I'm meant to play, obviously. Um, but then day after day, day in and day out, nothing happens. And I don't know if I can do that for like 2 more months. That'd be crazy. It's like, why not? We might get 5 minutes out of it. And that's it. Maybe 10 to. And it was fun and it felt important. But after 2 days, dude, it's not that I don't do that. I do trades. I don't work for free. You're right. And you should never ask people for free shit. But if you had a trade, I've always taken trades because I know what it's like. And I appreciate that. And that's what I was saying is I've been drained by a lot of people who don't appreciate my work or existence, or they know exactly what it is because I didn't put a price on it and I accepted gifts and donations for a long time. People undersold it. And I said, okay. And I take notes and I take tallies. And this is what people don't get. If you've ever seen Once Upon a Time, I am very much like Rumpelstiltskin. And it's not, no. Bitch, no. Don't be rude. Okay. You don't do art or anything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do anything that I would kind of like. Um, or have something So what? Ship it to me. I don't care. Well, shipping costs, but if it was a print, it would be very light. I would do art trades. I'll give you a random address. No offense. I don't know who you are on the other end. Show me some stuff. I would do a trade with you. I'm always up for the discussion of trades, but I could always turn them down. Is what people. I don't advertise trades to everyone, but you're supporting. Okay. Okay. Well, you let me know. You send me some of your art, and I'll decide if I want something, or you can custom make me something. I don't know what kind of art you do. I had a feeling that you came out here for a reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm open to trades. I know what it's like to not be able to afford the things. I actually was having this conversation today. I was walking with my roommate, and I said, as a holy man, I hope to always work for free, right? Someday. Right now, it's the only way I make money. If I was making money a different way, I would hope that all of my spirituality would be free because I don't think that rich people should be the only ones with spiritual access. But I cannot just have a bunch of people, especially people who can damn well afford it, have access to me for free when I have nothing, right? Considerably. Obviously, you don't have nothing. I say that proverbially in a sense because, of course, a roof over my head and people who love me and enough to get by week after week after week, right? I make it sound worse than it is, probably, but it is worse than most people are living or doing. And that's just because of a long and winding road, especially in the last 3, 4 years or so, because I was injured and had to recover, and I decided not to go back to work, right? Um, I'm hearing rumors, gossip. I heard this, I heard that, I heard this, I heard that. Well, if you have any questions, why don't you just ask? If you have some questions, just like ask. Okay. So, should we go back to the book? William James said, our normal waking consciousness is but one special type of consciousness, whilst all about it. Parted from it by the filmest of screens, there lie potential forms of consciousness entirely different. We may go through life without suspecting their existence, but apply the requisite stimulus. And at a touch, they are there in all their completeness. Definite types of mentality, which probably somewhere have their field of application and adaptation. No amount of the universe in its totality be final, which leaves these other forms of consciousness quite disregarded. Now, to regard them is the question, for they are so discontinuous with ordinary consciousness. They may determine attitudes, though they cannot furnish formulas, and open a region through they though they fail to give a map. At any rate, concludes James, they forbid our premature closing of accounts with reality. In spite of what he said, we've closed our accounts with reality. Most of us. I guess. It's be here now. It's just like I don't want to spend too much time on it, okay? I just talked about how I can't be, you're gonna do what you do. You're young. It's cute. Go ahead. It's okay. You can. We'll see. Just not like I'm not gonna take time now. Um, but yes, it's still your auntie on my off hours. That experience you had is psychotic. I'll give you Thorazine. Thorazine. It's not valid. You're hallucinating. What do you mean you're God? Be here now, Ram Dass. The understanding of the possibility may have come to you directly through the experience itself, or it may have come to you through inference, through your intellect. You may have reasoned and reasoned until you say the peculiar position that rational man is in, and you realize that there must be something else. Although you have not experienced it, you just infer the presence of something else. It doesn't quite make sense. Nothing turns you on. You haven't experienced it directly, but you figure there must be something else, something there. And then you read all the writings of St. John of the Cross and St. Teresa of Avila and on, and all the mystics and visionaries in recorded history. And you say, well, they can't all be nuts. They must be talking about something. So you sort of infer that the presence of this other thing, but you don't know it in your guts. Well, that's a tough one to be in that position. Yeah, that's the flight of a holy man, isn't it? I was just saying. Seems fun, but it isn't. Then the third way is you trust the fact that there are realized beings and they said it, and therefore you know it to be true. And it's not inference anymore, it's not an intellectual process. You just accept what they have said. That's faith. See, we've gotten so super sophisticated in our evaluative mechanisms that you question everything you hear. How do you know you're not being hustled? I mean, what was Jesus up to? Slinging drugs and taking dick, probably, for being perfectly honest. On some extraterrestrial shit, if we're quite clear about it. Okay? Just saying. Anyways, what's the game, man? What's he into? You especially feel paranoid if you are the one of the keepers of the tables in the temple. If you are committed to an existing system with great attachment, some way or other, most of you in this room, most of you, not all of you, most of you have sensed the possibility, but you can't quite surrender. What are you giving up? A hollow little trip? That's good for another 40 years at best. You're giving it all up for eternal union with pure energy and pure light because surrender means you no longer die. It's as simple as that's what it means because you that lives and dies, you ego and the fear of death only comes through the brittleness of the ego. Surrender, surrender. There's no more you, no more life and death. Yeah, I'm going to die. Wow, dig that. I'm going to live. Wow, dig that. Garbage. Wow. New blossoms on the tree. Wow. Patterns of energy. All patterns of energy. You're a part of it all. That's the place. So, my father says to me, well, when are you going back to India? And I say, I'm going back when the guru says I have to come back in 2 years. So, my father says, do you do everything he says? Don't you have a mind of your own? We're giving you this exquisite position in this company, and we want you to know you'll have a great deal of independent decision making power. What do you want to do today, Marty? I don't care. What do you want to do? Here. I remember a few days staying in London. We were hard fled from Copenhagen, where we had very unfortunate scene at a psychological convention. We were in London, and Tim and Bill Burroughs and I were walking down the street, high on something or other, and we were spending days going from park to tea room to park to tea room. And everybody now and then we'd hit a corner, and somebody would say, "Well, should we cross the street? And we'd stand there and nobody would seem to care because we were all just fulfilled at that moment, right there on the street corner in London, right where you all just very, very high. Right. You don't have to have that urge, that desire, that unfulfilled thing. Just let it be. Just be more, more, more. What's holding you back? Your thoughts, huh? You've got to give them up. Just ego planning. What are you doing? Planning for the future? Well, it's all right now. But later? Forget it, baby. That's later. Now is now. Are you going to be here or not? It's as simple as that. Probably a good page to stop on, but maybe we'll just, I don't know. How's everybody feeling? I'm digging it. I don't know. I don't have much to say. We can talk about the book maybe. I think I want to read to page 27 or something. Um, for some reason, it's like opening up. Maybe that's the half. It's not even halfway. So we're gonna read to page 27. This is page 23. But I'm so young. I have so many things to do yet. Well, that'll sure keep you from being here and now. Life is passing me by. But if I live just in the here and now, won't there be chaos? What happens if the telephone rings? Well, the here and now is the fact that the telephone is ringing. Pick it up. Well, what if somebody wants to make an appointment to see me 3 weeks from now? Right. Write it down. That's here and now. Well, what happens 3 weeks from now? 3 weeks from now? There's that. When appointment, then there's here and now. When your child comes down the stairs, this is the first moment all over again. This is the Buddha meeting Buddha. Over toast, over milk, over mood tea, and coffee and porridge and brown rice. Never had breakfast before. This is it. This is all there is right now. If it's not good enough, man, it's not good enough. Now, about 5 years ago, I'm living in this community in California with a very, very beautiful high being, Steve Ducree, a visionary artist, a very beautiful guy, his wife and child, and I'd have a day off. It would be Saturday, and we'd go to the store, the dog, the babies, we'd all get into the Volkswagen microbus. There'd be Jane, the gal I was living with, and her baby, and me, and Steve, and Barbara, and the whole scene going shopping. Whoa! Well, we'd get to the door, and Dakota, Kobe, Steve's daughter, would start to cry. Well, now we got to get to the store. I have Saturday mornings free, and Saturdays we shop. All right, Kobe, cool it. Kobe doesn't cool it. She cries. Well, maybe we'll go to the store with Kobe crying. Or no, Kobe doesn't like that. She cries louder. Or maybe Barbara had better stay home with Kobe. Let's go. Come on. Are we going? Are we not going? What's wrong? Kobe, she's just being a kid. Steve says, what's the use of going to the store? It's like, what price efficiency? What happened to the vibrations? What's happening to the human beings that shuffle? So we'd do this absurd thing and we'd all stop and gather. We'd all sit down and join hands around this little kid. We'd cool ourselves out. Kobe would stop crying. Then we'd go to the store. And Steve taught me that. If you get so efficient, if you've got to turn off all the vibrations of the scene because you're so busy about the future or the past or the time has caught you, it costs too much. 1, 2, me. And you finally understand the message you communicate with another human being. Has nothing to do with what you say. It has nothing to do with what look on the musculature of your face. It's much deeper than that, much deeper. It's the vibrations that emanate from you. If your vibrations are paranoid, that's what's being received. And when you're around pets, birds, cats, particularly, or very young children, or very flipped out psychotics, they will know you immediately. You can come and say, hello, dear, how are you? And the dog will growl. You can't come on because they're listening to the vibrations that hand is reaching out and sending. And you realize that every moment you are a full statement of your being. And you're sending out vibrations that are affecting everything around you, which in turn is affecting everything that comes back. And when you meet somebody who is caught in the world of we and them, and you are him, and to that person, and you get caught in his mind net, you are both just intensifying one another's paranoia. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if I want to stop on that. Doesn't seem like a good place to stop on. This does, though. Perfect. Hippies create police. Police create hippies. If you're in polarity, polar, you're creating opposites. Oh, if you are in polarity, you're creating polar opposites. You can only protest effectively. You love the person whose ideas you are protesting against as much as you love yourself. Love has to spring spontaneously from within, and it is no way amendable to any form of inner or outer force. Love and coercion can never go together. But through love, though love cannot be forced on anyone, it can be awakened in him through love itself. Love is essentially communicative. Those who do not have it catch it from those who have it. True love is unconquerable and irresistible, and it is goes on gathering power and spreading itself until eventually it transforms everyone whom it touches. Meher Baba. That's a good place to leave off. Beautiful page. Kind of looks dickish, doesn't it? Or am I just ovulating? Okay, let's not think about that. That was a really nice read, y'all. What up, Dave? Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. How's it going, everybody? You like that little read? It's nice, isn't it? Good read. Everybody ready for bed? How's it going? I don't even know what fucking time it is. Not so late, not so early. Neither. Nothing. How are we feeling? I feel like a bunch of people just came on here. I was just reading. We'll be here now. I think I mean, I could keep reading it. It gets pretty interesting. I've never read it before. It's really fun. I'm excited to get through this book. I have plenty more books for us to read. You know, I'll let y'all choose them, but I've got one in mind. But yeah, if we want to move into chat mode, should I keep reading? Do we like that? I don't know. If we were in chat mode, would anybody chat with me? It's a thing. Seems like maybe, yeah. I kind of like reading. I think I'm either going to keep reading or not be streaming. I kind of want to go read more. I'm not like tired, but something got really tiring. Maybe I will go in 3 hours. This is a solid stream. I know I haven't streamed in a few days, but I think I'll stream tomorrow too, yeah? What's today, Wednesday? Or tonight, really? I think I'm gonna go read and write and do the things that I like to do before I get to. Whoa. Did y'all see that just now? Somebody wants to chat with you. Who's trying to chat with me? Huh? 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 Who wants to chat with me? I don't see nobody calling. I know. Did you see that though? You saw that though. That was wild. Okay. Okay. That was weird. That was like inexplicable. That's like really wild. So I think I'm gonna go. I am going to roll 3 more minutes of ads. I know I just rolled one like 30 minutes ago, but fuck it. Just so I can start cleaning up, and then I'm gonna pretty much go the fuck to bed. I think it's like, oh, it's about 4:20. We can do. I'm gonna pack up. Even if I don't smoke it, I like having a packed bowl when I go to sleep. So, and call it an evening. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I'm not going yet. Taking a bowl. And we can do final notes. You know, what do we think of the book so far? I like it more than I liked the introduction, more than I thought I'd like Ram Dass, personally. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't even know who he really was, never heard of the book, blah blah blah. But I love the channeled messages that were coming through tonight as well. It was kind of a cool way to read a book, you know. And I'm actually really into reading lately. I loved reading as a kid, but I feel like I don't really attempt to escape life as much anymore now that I realize I have total control over it in some sense to a very huge degree, to some way. That's fair, but I think it's not like about missing it. Every page kind of stands alone in some sense. Hi, it's got here at 4:20 on the dot, Zabu. Um, this is a baby little bowl. Funny. I didn't feel like crying. You'll search, babe, at any cost. But how long, babe, can you search for what's not lost? Everybody will help you. Some people are very kind. But if I could save you any time, come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine. Your monthly reminder. Cool. So, yeah, I'm kind of done reading for the evening. Love it though. So, anyways, what do we think of the book? You're a little confused. It's pretty deep stuff. It's very much, they're just kind of entailing some of their psychedelic experiences. But, you know, the psychedelic experiences they had is the only people they knew in their lives that did psilocybin at a time where most people didn't do it or really know about it or want to experiment with it. I think they said the first time that Ram Dass took mushrooms with Timothy Leary was like 1955, and Timothy Leary was already taking it at that time. And you got to think like even LSD was synthesized by 1938 and in production by 1943, getting popular by 1954, and then they went up and got some psilocybin. So it's just like, yeah, it's really, it is about psychedelics and the psychedelic experience, but the whole point really was the contrasting or counterpoints or counter view of the teachings of someone like Ram Dass or Timothy Leary versus the teaching of Hamujani or the Maharaji, right? Because they could take the drugs and wouldn't be affected by them. They're like, what is this? This is how we live. Yeah, this is what we do. And this is meditation. This is medicine, sure. For people who are healing, I don't need to be this, you know. And so for the psychedelic dudes to sort of regard that and to get most of their teachings and lessons from those people who came before them and did not rely on the medicines and the experiences as much, but instead on themselves, their own teachings, their own learning. That is what makes it good, especially having the background of psychology and at least wanting to understand the human mind prior to, because they're still Harvard, they were Harvard professors, they were still Harvard educated, you know, or not Harvard educated, but getting paid by Harvard to fucking study the human mind, to teach about psychology, and then they start doing psilocybin. So it is definitely interesting, regardless of how you feel about any of those categories, right? Like it was definitely a time, because this was before the hippie movement, before like the Beatles were doing it, before the Grateful Dead. It was these guys, these psychologists. Kind of lucky for them. But that doesn't mean that they were impervious to the things that were going on in the 50s and 60s, like racism and colonization and the precedence of education that they had to break free from themselves. So it's very complex at this point, to have the modern perspective and to see how the community and the culture's grown so much that it's very hard to say that this does or doesn't uphold, right? Because it does in so many ways, but we've seen in other ways how it doesn't, right? So, somebody having breakfast for dinner, or is it just breakfast time? Frying up some eggs, eating some eggs. You're eating egg whites. I don't know, maybe there is yolk, but you feel like you're eating the egg white right now, or you're eating egg whites. Yeah. Um, it's a good book. Definitely like it. There's just cringy parts. I was complaining about it the past couple reads, 333. But it is a good book. It's a reason that it keeps being sold. It's a reason there's nothing to replace it. It's a reason that, it's meant to be found by anybody who needs it at any given time, no matter where they're at, right? Beautiful thing. Go buy a copy and read it yourself and then give it to somebody else and let it be passed on as the way it was and should be. Yeah. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna roll some ads and I'm gonna come back and say goodnight. I'm just rolling ads so I can start cleaning up, basically. And then I'm gonna sign off when I get back. It's just like getting the extra coins before I leave, right? Silly but true. And again, just to kind of clean up before I go. So see you soon. But just to say goodnight. Okay, so just closing up where we call it a night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me. It's been a hard, long road and journey. I definitely get some dissonance because I know what I do is weird as fuck, and most people are like, "What in the actual hell is this?" I get it. No, I get it. I understand. But the thing is, I've always been weird. I've always been afraid. People always judge me, and I've never really fit in. I really liked much of anything, and I like this. So if they're gonna bully me relentlessly, make fun of me no matter what I do, and think that I'm weird even when I'm really not doing a goddamn thing, then I might as well make it as fucking weird and freaky as goddamn possible. So last night I was taking the night off, and it was hard for me. It's hard for me to take days off because again, I'm my own boss, and I do too many days off or work too much for free. It's like, oh, I'm behind now. Behind now. Fuck this shit. Right? We are. So we are never alone. I love you all so much, and I am so happy to be here to overcome all that was. To come to know and understand life could so easily, something by so easily overcome by showing me what I have known and needed to see in order to be me. I love the way it has always been such a beautiful story. This chapter is the best part. Get it started. Oh, that's what I wrote. It's just the last page of my day off. Very good. Um, a good reminder to myself in the moment. But today it feels different, doesn't it? Because again, I did not feel like working, and yet I did. So we shall see how the rest of the night goes and how is tomorrow. All these other things. But until then, we shall see. Mwah! I love you all so much. I most likely will be back tonight for at least some reading, if not anything else. I meant to pull some cards tonight, so maybe we'll do them tomorrow, but we are taking a tarot break. But the Cosmic Deck of Initiation has always been very light, like literal light work, angels and stuff. And so I feel like it's just a necessary, like a necessary time to get those messages, right? But I'm a little tired now. So hopefully tonight I will pull that deck out first time in a while. It's the only one. And it won't be really a full reading, it'll just be some good words for us. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, good luck, good day, such whatever the fuck you're up to. Just know that I love you and I appreciate you being here. So come on through once more. Hopefully I'll be back before 4. I should be streaming tonight, but you can also follow my Instagrams at IllyMilly or at ILMissX, and you'll always know when I'm about to stream because I post it on the stories. Other than that, it is a bit random lately. I ain't gonna lie, it's been very random because I'm just kind of once more convincing myself to take days off and other things like that. Plus, the weather is great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want a personal reading, also book on my website, and you won't have to wait for a stream because I'm not even really doing tarot on the streams anymore, anyways. But you can always get a personal. Matter what? So hopefully I'll see y'all again. Mwah! 3, 2, 1. That's the end. Until next time.